seen the video and I know. But I mean,
what video did you see?
Pretty much all of them. Like anytime I'm eating lunch or anything, like I'll put on a podcast. Either y'all pick a side, numbers on the board, one or the other. And I'll just eat. Like I don't watch videos. I watch like y'all.
Can you start bench cut us right quick? Us pick a side and numbers on the board.
Y'all want me to create beef already?
No, this is you. This is you.
Why don't you just start bench cuts the panel first?
Then
No. Ron's question. Let's start with that one.
Yeah. We want to know where we lie. We want to lie. Hey, amongst the pantheons of basketball titans in the podcast world, we want to know where we lie.
So nasty. He just is.
Are we including the host in this? Like, are we saying the host?
Ron's bringing us down. I know that for sure.
100%. That
it's just podcast against podcast.
John Stockton was on the dream team. You're not high on John Stockton. Did he bring them down?
No, he did not.
They just make sure not to play him. The issue is you lead us in minutes.
I can guarantee. I was about to say that, Mark. I can guarantee you the minutes with Ron on the floor, off the floor, are positive for us.
The non-Ron minutes.
The non-Ron
minutes are through the roof. Oh
yes, they are fantastic.
The NRMs. What do our NRMs look like?
I mean, to answer your question though, Mars, I got him starting.
Oh, I like this guy, man. Yeah, this guy.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
cool game.
I got no hard feelings, but I got chill coming off my bench, and I'm gonna cut. I know that's the hard part. I'm gonna cut odds. Well, I guess I got cut. I mean, I guess I got cut the other people. Then I guess at that point, right?
Akil, wait, where are you from, Akil?
I'm from Houston. So I like Mars talking about my Houston.
Oh no, man! Talking cuts, that's irrelevant now. I'm good. I'm off that. He's Jalen Green fan. Jalen Green fan.
No,
but wait. We still got to get the other start bench cut, not just us. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah, Akil.
The other three. Okay, so I got Ron starting.
No. The other.
Nah. Keep going.
Yeah, that's it.
No. We talk about the podcast.
You're starting Luke Ridnour.
Oh, okay.
Hey man, shout out Luke Ridnour. Hey. That's another Washington legend.
He got me on the show, so I got him. I got started. Wait, you said podcast?
Yeah. Pick a side, numbers on the board, player's choice.
You already have this board secured, so try not to burn down the other two. Maybe that would be smart.
Maybe. Okay, so
you just speak from your heart. Yeah, just speak from your heart.
Yeah, no. If I'm being completely honest, so I started watching Kenny back in like 2015, 2016 when he was doing his own thing. And then naturally he started his own podcast and I tuned into that. So I think numbers on the board or through the wire. I think that's number one on my list. Player's choice and pick a side and the deep three. I also tune into them as well. That's all tied for second, depending on who posts when. It really all depends on when y'all post. So all three of them are in my rotation, but I think numbers on the board will be number one.
We post every day, so I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know.
Literally.
Right. Sometimes it's a lot, so I kind of like watch a little bit of the other episodes. But whenever you guys do have a heated debate or battle, it is really interesting to watch. Especially because all y'all just yelling on top of each other, which makes it a little bit more funny.
Okay. Last question. Who gives the best takes and who gives the worst takes? Don't worry about offending anybody. Or uplifting anybody.
Best or worst? Best take.
Who gives the best takes and who gives the worst takes?
Who has the highest warp?
Yeah.
Show?
Yeah. I mean, kind of like mentioned earlier.
Clearly, he didn't even start you.
Y'all can't even stop arguing. Y'all can't stop arguing to let the guest answer a question.
I'm trying to let him
please have some decorum.
I got
Go ahead, Akil.
He's got me. God,
I got Mars starting, man. I think there's no glaze at all, but I got Mars starting. I think he always comes in here with the most actual facts, rather than just opinion based. Not saying
alternative.
I really do think so.
What?
And then
I don't agree with that, but I mean, I don't agree with that, but hey,
no way. You about to say I got the worst take.
Let him have his opinion, man.
Houston bias. We see Houston bias when we know it.
From my perspective as a viewer, that's how it comes across. So he's a good way of hiding it, then I guess. But I feel like he comes with a lot of facts.
Yes, I do.
And then I feel like for the most part, he's just yelling. For the most part.
That's what I'm saying.
listen to what he's saying, y'all. He believe in the narrative about one person and the narrative about the other person.
Some of the takes you be having, man, I just be like, how is that impossible that you can argue for that? And then you do somehow. It's not that good of argument because the hot take is so bad. But that's kind of why I would have you guys.
Where'd you get this guy? He clearly don't know more.
6 minutes and bridges are being burned. This is tough.
Hey, shout out to Kill, man.
That's a hard choice.
No, everybody welcome to their own opinion. And I believe a lot of people feel that way.
No, I respect that.
Nice jersey.
I respect you. I respect for you to have that hot take. Not many people can do it.
We just went over the other day the worst takes of all last year, and Chill had 12 of them, and somehow he avoided this conversation. It's crazy.
I probably didn't see that one.
But you are Tito Houston, Jackson, right? Let's be clear about
Houston?
that.
I am.
Be clear about that. Before we go any further in this
Tito was best dressed, mind you. Tito was best dressed.
Tito could be the best dressed, but you are Tito Jackson.
You got to show Jordan and Real Talk some love, then.
Get out of here, man.
Wait, say that again?
You got to show Jordan and Real Talk some love.
Real Talk.
Isn't Real Talk?
Yeah, I know.
Jordan,
I don't know.
Real Talk.
He's from Houston. He's got a Houston
bias.
He likes you because he allegedly.
We don't claim him.
And by the way, he's not watching Houston Rockets next year. His dude is gone. He's a Phoenix fan now.
Amen Thompson is still on the team, buddy.
Kevin
Durant is now on the team.
Is your favorite player Dylan Brooks? Like, who's your favorite player on the Rockets?
No, Dylan Brooks up there. Dylan Brooks one of my favorite players in the league.
He is. I'm not gonna lie.
He's not my favorite. Kevin Durant. That happens to be. Is Jalen Green gonna wear number 4 in Phoenix?
Who's your starting 5? Honestly,
I don't know. Is Jalen Green gonna wear number?
I don't know. I don't know.
Interesting. Shout out to.
Okay, can I ask you what was my worst take?
Oh God.
I'm trying to elevate my game.
I don't know.
I gotta watch tape.
I mean, Chris Webber over Jokic is pretty good.
Yeah, some of the players.
I never watched Chris Webber play. He don't know.
I was born in 2000.
What's my worst take, Akil?
I was born in 2000.
He saw Chris Webber. He was an infant, but he saw it.
I don't know. It's hard to put on the spot because I've seen you say outlandish stuff. Kind of like that Chris Webber over Jokic, and there's plenty of others. I'm sure you probably said Chris Paul over Steph Curry in the past. I don't know if you did or not, but it seemed like something you would say.
He said it. Yeah, he said it. You see this jersey he's wearing?
He attributed nonsense to you. That's tough.
Is it something like I feel like you would say?
I gotta get better if you think I would say that. I gotta get better.
You'd probably say like Dwayne Wade's a better defender than Michael Jordan. Something along those lines.
So he's trying to find stuff that you might have said.
I can't think of like exact take like on top of my mind. I have to like go back and watch the videos, but like those are some examples.
If his takes were this bad, you should know them.
No, that's cold. Now
some people try to
coming up with stuff that he think I would say. That's cold.
Hey, it's all good.
Sometimes I be skipping forward. Sometimes, you know.
Nah,
if someone told me you said D Wade was a better defender than Jordan,
I don't think
I would believe that you said
Ox yell? I don't think Ox yells. That's just crazy.
Just to you.
I heard him yell about
just at me.
Kobe.
Just at me.
I heard him yell about Kobe. A couple, maybe a month.
But wait a second though, Akil. When you think about it though, I don't know. I think Michael's a better defender than D Wade, but I don't think it's like something that's just obvious. I think that's a good conversation. I think Dwayne Wade was a hell of a defender for real.
Yeah, I mean, hot take here.
I also think a lot of Jordan's defense had to do with Scottie Pippen. Honestly.
Still, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. I promise you.
I was gonna mention this. I was gonna mention this somewhere down because I know you were gonna mention my top 10 NBA of all time. But I do feel like anywhere prior to 2000, the defense was overrated by every single player. Only because teams were shooting like 5 to 15 threes per game. So is it really that difficult to always go under the pick? You have help constantly behind you with no spacing. Like, how hard is it to contest a long mid-range jump shot? You don't have to close out, nothing like that. Like,
have you ever contested a long mid-range jump shot?
I mean, it's way easier than going out to 3-point line.
The contest doesn't become magically hard to the moment your foot goes behind the line.
But no, you don't have to run as far out compared to the 3-point line. There's less space, so it's more easier to stay in front. I mean, that is a fair. Like people are shooting from like 30 feet now, so you have to go all the way out to 30 feet. And if you have people behind you, like the power forward couldn't shoot threes, center couldn't shoot threes, small forward was iffy, you know. So it's like you have help behind you. How hard is it to just stay in front? if you go under the pick every time. Also, you know what I mean?
So
I just feel like
I kind of agree.
Theoretically,
yeah, I kind of agree.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure that because if I said something about this, you ever seen the movie Colors? Remember when dudes get beat into games, like they just get straight jumped? Like, did Rasheed Wallace not exist in the 2000s? Am I bugging out? Am I losing my mind? Did Dirk Nowitzki not exist in the 2000s? Am I losing my mind?
Brad Miller.
Did these dudes not shoot the long ball?
He said pre-2000.
He said before 2000.
Pre-2000.
The moment he was born, defense became valid. That's what he's saying. The moment he was born, everything from the moment he was born, defense was real. Everything before that, shaky.
I mean, no, but just the logic makes sense though, in a way.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I agree somewhat.
Yeah, so that's why I just feel like
what it sounds like is just more spacing. Guys had to cover more space.
Yeah, which makes it harder for defenders now because like you have constant rotation, constant cuts, constant closing out way past the beyond 3-point line. So and that's throughout the entire 48 minutes. So I think it just takes a toll on your body, especially for 82 game season. And I think that can also be a part of why players are getting injured as well nowadays compared to back in the day. Because people didn't have to run as much on defense.
So basically, Joe, he's taking the indie argument I made against you. He basically just word for word, bar for bar. But apparently, I'm not his favorite panelist. But shout out.
There can only be one, man. There can only be one.
There can only be one, like Highlander.
All right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and get into it. As y'all know, my man Akil's up here kicking it with the panel today. It's going to be a good day because we got a couple different things to cover. First off, we have a big Summer League game tonight. But aside from Bronny playing against Cooper Flagg, the Vegas Summer League starts today, and we're going to deep dive into our favorite prospects and our favorite teams that we're going to see over the next 10 days in Vegas. Also, the NBA just revealed the groups for the NBA Emirates Cup, and, well, it's pretty interesting.
So which cup, Ron? What's it called again?
Emirates. Y'all know I got an accent sometimes. You know, it's my European accent.
I just want to make sure I'm following you. That's all.
No, they can say Emirates in Europe. I promise you.
I just want to make sure. I'm following you. That's all.
The NBA Emirates Cup. We're gonna get into all those groups and how they were formed and who has the best group or the toughest group and who we believe will make it on to the knockout rounds. And also, last but not least, you guys see the title of the show, which is what we're gonna get into right now. We're doing an MVP draft, which means you can only select MVPs.
Interesting.
Now, Penn asked me a good question before the show. The Serbian mind just trumps the American mind as well as
you bringing me more
British
haters.
mind.
I don't need more haters, Ron.
I'm just letting you guys know that Penn is more inquisitive than you guys, which tends to be why his basketball knowledge is a little higher than everybody else's. But aside from all of that,
but I wasn't good enough to start on a B team, huh? All right, I got you, Akil. I got you.
The B team got
notes. Keeping notes.
No.
Keeping receipts.
Shout out to the B team.
Don't say nothing crazy on this episode. I promise you. Don't say nothing crazy on this episode.
Penn asked the question. And he said, if you have multiple MVPs like LeBron, Jordan, Jokic, can you be selected twice? No, you can't unless you got an MVP in different decades. So 88 Jordan and 92 Jordan or 2009
LeBron.
2009 LeBron and 2012 LeBron. Yeah.
Is there even enough MVPs for all 7 of us to do this?
Should have been 2020 LeBron too.
So in theory, one person could have 2 LeBrons.
Bro, we gonna be doing Mel Daniels.
There can be 2 LeBrons. You can't choose two LeBrons on your team, but there can be 2 LeBrons that shows.
Yo, Ron, the Serbian mind has another question for you. ABA count?
Talk to me.
Because we might run out, bro.
We're definitely gonna run out.
What? No, everybody's season 5.
Just 5. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, that's 35.
You're not
35.
Nah.
That's about 40 distinct MVPs. Okay, cool.
But Bron got like 12.
How many teams? All of us are doing 5.
Jordan got like 15 MVPs.
No.
Jabal got 6 of them.
Yeah, like Jabal got 20. Is there enough MVPs?
You can choose 2.
But there's 76 seasons.
Okay, if we run out, we go to ABA. Yeah?
What?
There's 77 seasons, so guys with multiple still probably will have them.
Mhm.
We'll have more than 30. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we do.
Ron, let me just grab one
we'll
Finals
have to
MVP,
see.
not regular season. Let me just get a Finals MVP in there.
Nah, you straight, bro.
I
Jalen
would
Brown.
like to get Iguodala.
You want to give Jalen Brown some love?
Ooh, see, I wasn't even thinking about JBC.
Who are you thinking about? Andre
He wanted
Iguodala?
Kawhi. He wanted Kawhi.
Oh shit! Of course.
You ain't see the jersey? He campaigning right now.
Oh man.
All right.
I got
Well, chat, y'all already know what time it is. I need an order with a kill first, and then we'll go into everything else.
Oh, I'm one.
Well, that's
Oh,
glazed.
I didn't want to be one.
Oh, Ron,
you
get
don't want
Ron,
to
you starting on the B team,
All right.
and now
All right, here we go. You didn't want to be one.
There's better value, you know, if you're last.
I'm good with this. Crazy
I'm
name,
lost,
but
shit,
I'm for this one.
All right, here we go. Pin, Swiper, Akil, Ox, Chill, Ron, and damn Mars.
I get back-to-back picks. I'm cool with it.
we're doing Snake. I hate Snake.
Yep.
Why?
I'm kind of in the middle, so that's cool.
So I know you're not picking KD, huh?
Oh.
All right, well, Pin, it's on you to kick it off. What
90.
MVP? What year?
91 Jordan.
You knew that was coming.
Oh
no,
yeah.
we didn't know which year of Jordan he was going to get.
Well,
No,
it
we
was
know.
either 91 or it was going to be 96. It was 91. It might have been 8. I'm not
Could
giving
have
you.
been 92. Yeah,
I'm not giving y'all tips. If you leave them on the board, I promise you there will be a second Jordan on my team.
Ron just
you
said
can't
you
have a
2
second
minutes ago
Jordan
you
on your
can't say it.
team.
Yeah, Ron
Sure
just
you
said
can.
that.
No, he
Ron
said
just
he
said you
literally
can't.
just
Oh,
said
you
it.
can't?
It can be
Just said
two
you
Jordans,
can't.
2 Brons, 2 Kareems. You just can't draft 2 of the same players.
Damn, bro. Sorry.
See?
But
Serbian
Pin.
mind don't listen very well. My bad.
Pin,
You can't
it's not.
Get greedy. You can't get greedy.
Damn. Okay.
So the first 2 picks could both be Michael Jordan in theory. That's fine.
Technically.
Sounds like the go to me. But Swiper, it's on you.
2012-13 Braun.
Well, never mind.
Damn.
Yeah,
He was
that
incredible
my
that
pick.
season. Yes, he was. He was in.
Yeah.
He was
bringing up that
fantastic that
fake
year.
peak in 2018 like that was his best year.
No, it
Chill.
wasn't. Sir. I think that was his most impressive season.
Chill. Why you start glazing though?
What do you mean?
Because
Stark?
LeBron is the king.
Yeah, but Pin
that.
chose 91 Jordan. You ain't say he was amazing.
Because
You ain't say
Jordan
that
ain't
was-
the king.
Well,
'cause
okay,
Jordan-
well,
and he
what
thinks
number-
92 was better. That's why. He's really hating on the pick. Yeah, he's really hating.
That's
okay.
that's really what Mars just took the words right out of my mouth.
Ron, are you writing these down?
There you have. There you have it.
Yes, I am. But if you want to take notes on the back end, you can do that as
All
well.
right. So Penn just took 91 Jordan.
Mhm.
All right. 12 Braun.
Mhm.
Swipe. I'm curious. Would 13 LeBron have been your number 1 pick?
It was between. Well, I'm not gonna say all of them, but I would say that between the 2 that have been selected, those were top 4.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was gonna
straightforward
draft
answer.
LeBron. If I had the number 1 pick, I would have drafted LeBron. But
Okay.
That's
yeah.
y'all don't know ball. You should have got shot. But
Well, after 1 and 2,
I
who are you
wish I
taking
could,
it, Kill?
but, I know he ain't making it to me. So.
Well, you never
Yeah.
know.
Mars,
Is it my turn?
you're not getting cooked on
Yeah,
2 of
it's
these
on
in a
you,
week,
Akil.
are you?
all right,
I've seen your nerd session.
Mars,
Yeah,
that's
I love
why
that
I
draft.
was.
I love
Bro,
that
you
draft.
ha-
Yeah.
Mars, how you get KG, Kawhi, and
Yeah, I love my draft. I got a bunch
What?
of people telling me,
Wait.
"Oh my god, why you do that?" I'm like, I love my team. Like, I'm not.
Wait,
knocking on
Mars,
that.
You
Mars.
left your GOAT for the 5th round.
Yeah, you ain't see the identity I was trying to build. I don't want anyone who's not great on either side of the ball. So I was getting my 2-way guys. I
And
started
then you
Shaq. What I
drafted
need Bill
Steve
Russell
Nash
for?
in the 10th round. Make it make sense.
Yeah,
mean,
the
that's
12th
crazy. I
round, the
can't get-
last pick. Yeah,
I
Mm.
can't
The
get
47th pick,
2018-19
I took
James
Steve
Harden
Nash,
because he
yeah.
lost by technicality.
I had Shaq. You want me to?
What
want
is
me to go
Steve
draft
Nash-
Bill Russell?
Did you say the 47 pick, Mars?
Yeah.
What
like
is Steve
47
Nash
or
doing
whatever.
on the board at 47? Wow.
I wanted defense, so I weren't taking him.
You know how many
But
MVP seasons?
point is, I had Shaq, so why would I take Bill Russell? What sense does that make?
He
Makes no
wanted a
sense.
3rd string point guard, Joe.
Yeah, I was
Okay,
like, I
let's
might as
do
well
it
get
right
some
now.
offense. He
Okay.
gonna play 6 minutes a game.
It's
All
mine?
Go ahead.
No, it's
Wait,
on
Mars,
Akil.
I was curious.
Oh.
Why Klay Thompson got dropped? Like, I don't know how. I feel like he would be a perfect fit for any team.
Yeah, I was gonna get Clay, but then Tyler took him right before me, so I took Havlicek.
Yeah.
But I think people
But-
are just trying to get more well-rounded players before they went to like the role player stars. which
Also,
is why
just
Clay
so we're
dropped.
clear, Mars, even though I did not actually think you had the best team, I still voted for you. Panel solidarity.
Do you understand how much you're glazing Mars for? Never
I mean,
mind.
fair enough, but yeah, I'm not
told
saying
him
I
he had
had
the
the
worst
best team.
draft.
Yeah, I just strongly disagree with me having the worst team. But I think my team, I'll draft the same team again if I had the opportunity. So
I just saw the graphic. I thought all 4 of the teams were pretty great. Personally,
I agree.
Yeah, same. With all that being said, though, I think my number 1 pick, it was gonna be LeBron, but I'm gonna go with 2013-14 Kevin Durant. I think he is arguably top 10 MVP out there, especially for scoring. If I just want pure scoring, a person who doesn't need the ball in his hands because I'm gonna get more ball dominant players down the line, I feel like he'll fit like a glove. So I'm gonna snatch him out.
Okay.
I
thought he was gonna make it to me, but I mean,
solid pick.
Big Ox.
I want to get him out the way quick, So
everybody get ready.
Since everybody clearly doesn't know ball, this is going to be really simple for me. I need a floor general, somebody that can control the pace, somebody that can distribute, somebody that's a wizard with the ball, can go left and right.
05 Nash.
57 Bob Cousy.
Interesting. Yeah. 57 Bob Cousy.
We're going 57 Coos.
It wasn't even MVP that year.
Not many point guards have won MVP.
Yes.
No, not many.
6 of them.
It might be smart to get a point guard quick.
6 of them. 6 of them.
Hey, Bob Cousy highlight reel. That's wild.
6 of them. That's
it. If you don't know,
those passes that he was making, crazy.
You don't know, you need to do your research.
Shout out 57.
I want you to realize how old
Real
that MVP is. That if you go to ESPN and you pull up the MVP winners, there's no stats available for several years until you get to 1987. But it's not a bad thing. Cousy was still a great pick, but
right.
Just way back in the day.
65 years ago, to be exact.
Chill, were you alive at that point?
I was not. No.
Yeah, I figured.
57.
All right, Chill. It's on you.
I was actually going the same way that Ox was going, even though I'm a big man merchant, and I think I'll get my big man down the line. But I'm starting with a floor general as well. I'm taking 87 Magic.
Y'all finna let Mars clean up.
You're getting
y'all finna let Mars.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This is insane, bro. Like I just.
Man.
Who's that?
It's on Mars.
And you're not drafting. You're not drafting.
Oh no, this is nasty, y'all. I'm sorry,
let me get 2000 Shaq and 16 Steph.
Oh, well, hold on, Mars. It's not a snake draft.
What?
You tell me not.
I tried to, and then Swiper cut me off. I was in the midst of saying that. See if y'all would let the host and stop.
So I get the last pick every round.
That doesn't.
Mars.
You're the best panelist. Hold on, you were the best panelist, so you have to work with the. You have to work with the handicap.
Per what? Per what? He didn't win any.
Per kill. Hold on. That's the vote that counts.
That's insane.
Not your.
I thought it was Snake too. Personally, Mars.
I had the number 1 pick until I said because.
Ron, can we focus? Okay, Mars doesn't have a snake pick. Who's got the next pick?
All right,
so it's back Mars, top to pin.
But hold on, Mars. Which one do you want to take? You want?
He said 2000.
So I genuinely have the last pick of every round. That's what you're talking.
Yes.
Hey, Mars, I gotta run a test.
You got Steve Nash at 47. Mars, knock it off.
Yeah,
you'll conjure up something knowing you.
Yeah, you'll figure it out.
I'm taking 2000 Shaq. I'm taking 2000 Shaq. Okay. But I'm observing. I got 2000 Shaq. I'm observing.
What? Mars, what's going on? So Mars, talk to me. What are you observing?
I'm just observing, man. I'm just observing. All right.
Okay.
I do fantasy drafts all the time.
Before you go, Pin, it is a snake draft. I just wanted to see how Mars would react.
No,
he changed the rule. No.
You just messing with us.
I got 2000 Shaq and 16 Steph. I got 16.
I'm not tripping off Ron. I'm tripping off the crying. Like whether it's a snake or not, y'all. Let's keep.
I'm observing. 2000 Shaq and 16 Steph. Oh, but you know how Swiper be. Yeah, 16 Steph is my second pick.
All right, Chill. It's back on you. You got 87 Magic. What you gonna do?
Magic, and you guys know I've said this to you guys countless times in the past. If Olajuwon's on the board and you pass on him, you're fired. I think I'm before Olajuwon.
Well, you did force him.
Damn. That was literally my pick. I don't think he was gonna go off that high.
You actually did pass on him, so
and I should be.
I guess you're fired. Yeah, I guess.
And the reason why I took Magic because I thought one of y'all was gonna snatch him up. I did. I thought one of y'all was going back.
The moment Steph dropped I knew I was taking. Yeah. So
so Chill. So you basically just got what's his name? Nico Harrison luck.
I did.
He just fell right back into your lab.
Yes, I did.
You get to keep your job, buddy.
Yes, I did.
Good work, Chill. Good work.
Yes, sir.
All right, it's back on you. You got 57 Bob Cousy.
Who did he take?
Okay,
he took 94 Hakeem.
Oh, okay, of course.
What you gonna do, Ox?
I'm gonna specifically 67 Wilt Chamberlain.
That's a good Wilt.
Is that the distributor Wilt? That's the Wilt that said, "Oh, y'all don't think I can pass? Okay, let's get to the bottom of that. Y'all think all I want to do is score? Okay, let's fix that."
Still with the ability to score, of course.
Yep,
for sure.
So Chill, Hakeem, Ox, 67 Wilt.
Akil, you got 2014 Kevin Durant. Who you teaming him up with?
So I have a player in mind. I think he might fall from the next round, so I'm not gonna draft him now. But to round out a little bit more defense, I know Kevin Durant might need a little bit more help on that end. I'm gonna go with Kevin Garnett, 03-04.
So
you really don't like it? I was praying he was gonna make it back.
I think he's like the perfect Swiss Army knife. He can guard 1 through 5 if needed. And yeah, I think he just does a little bit of everything. Doesn't need the ball too much in his hands. Can spot up, catch and shoot mid range. So I think that'll be a good fit next to KD.
He drafting a bunch of Kevins.
I like that. I like that. You're starting a good.
I don't think there's any more Kevins out there.
I don't think there's any Kevins left, but you got all of them.
Yeah.
All right, Swiper, you got 2013 Bron. Who you putting him with?
See right here, I will take.
Huh? Yeah. We gonna see how much you stand on business.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm gonna take 86 Larry Bird.
Y'all see? No team, y'all. No team.
Interesting.
What year, Bird?
86.
It's
on Penn. Penn gets back to back.
I get back to back. You know, this is the moment. Timestamp this right now. This is where this draft ends right now. Because I won this. That's what you get for taking Bob Cousy with the 3rd pick. You leave me with back-to-back picks here.
Fourth pick.
Whatever. I got 09 LeBron. So I just paired the allegedly 2 greatest players ever.
All right, 3rd round.
Okay, hang on.
Oh, no, I'm just writing it down.
Okay. And who's my next pick? I'm debating some names. I got 2 wings. I got 2 of the best wings in NBA history. I need to pair them with a center, but I got a lot of defense. I'm going to protect them. I'm going to go with, you know what? Can I phone a friend? Can I ask for some assistance here?
Absolutely, Pin.
Okay. I'm going to talk to the biggest Nikola Jokic fan I know. Swiper. 2020. Which Jokic do you prefer between 2021 and 2024?
Neither.
Yeah, I'm not talking to you, Akil.
Jokic, probably his best floor raising season ever was probably 21-22.
Which one would you pair with these 2 specific players though?
With you have 09 LeBron and who? And Jordan?
And Jordan. 91 Jordan.
Bro. Probably that team. This is post-championship, Jokic, so 24, probably 24.
Okay. We got 24 Jokic. Put it up. Put it up on the board.
You mean the year he stole the MVP from Luka?
That
Jokic?
Sure.
Didn't Dallas miss the playoffs that year?
No,
they were in the finals that year.
Correct.
I can't believe y'all let this swing back around, and it's an obvious name that everybody just skipped over. But
your GOAT, yeah, we're aware.
Oh my God,
it'll be all right.
The first jersey you ever got, that one?
No, I got Shaq. So
not that, okay. not that. It is once somebody comes to and picks this up.
2000.
Go ahead, Swiper.
Shaq is the best player that ever existed in the history of basketball. So Morris did his job.
Yeah, I genuinely feel like there's a chance I have 2 of like the 3 best players here. So
why ain't you do your job? You know what? Swiper is back on you. No, my bad.
I'm cooking
Swiper,
right now.
You
crazy?
All right, here. See, team building. I'm going to take here. Just give me 08 Kobe.
Good pick.
He's awesome,
brother. Nice.
He was awesome. Nice. They did everything that they could to keep that league MVP away from him. Everything that they possibly could to keep it away from him. They was trying to.
It wasn't the first time, or the second, or the third.
The Chris Paul narrative was. I'm talking about the volume was on 10. Everything because Oklahoma City, They were just in Oklahoma City not too long ago, and now they're back in New Orleans. And everything that Chris Paul was doing that year, he was in year 2. He was the darling of the league. Kobe was coming out of that phase of everybody hating him. The Lakers were really good again, and they were doing everything that they could to keep that league MVP away from him. They couldn't. There was no way that they could keep that league MVP away from him that year, though. They couldn't do it.
All right. Akil, you have 2014 Kevin Durant, 2004 Kevin Garnett.
Yeah, so when I mentioned my player, I think he was going to be in here this round, and then Penn took him, Nikola Jokic. Bummer, had to rearrange my team now. So this is no positions, right? I can put any player at any position.
Whoever you want. Whoever you want. Swiper got Bird and James.
Yeah, well.
I mean, it may go against you if you choose like 4 point guards, or if you choose 3 centers. But
that'd be stupid. But I can't. Can I get 11, 12 LeBron, or is that a different decade?
No. Yes, it's
different decade.
Both LeBrons are off the board.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
So once somebody picks a guy who's a league MVP in that decade, if he won it again in that decade, he's off the board.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
You can only get 2 LeBrons, 2 Jordans.
Okay.
Who are you picking to kill?
Which is why I'm losing my mind.
Okay. So because they got to reroute, I'm gonna move Kevin Durant to the shooting guard, and I'm moving KG to the power forward or small forward. I'm getting Giannis. 2019, 2020. I think he won Defensive Player of the Year that year as well. Averaged 30, 13 and a half, 5 and a half.
I was hoping he was
only 30 minutes. I think he can also be kind of like a Kevin Garnett who brings the intensity, can switch 1 through 5 damn near.
Yeah, we got it. 20 Giannis.
Yeah.
And then Ox is up. Is Ox the one next?
Swiper, can you run down who's already
So you got Penn for first round with 91 Jordan, 12
Ron got it right.
I'm sorry. Perfect.
There's
Ron
no Ian Bob Cousy, by the way.
There was no Ian Bob Cousy.
Respect the 4th pick, Ron. That European spelling coming up.
That's okay. We knew what you were talking about, Ron.
Thank you.
So you can make a pick in the meantime.
Oh, it's good. I can go.
Yeah, it's
on
you.
Yeah. So I'm making sure. All right. So yeah, we're gonna go with the Twin Tower effect. And I'm gonna go ahead and take specifically 76 Kareem.
Okay.
76 Jabbar was awesome. Yes, he was. 76 Jabbar was
Missed
awesome.
the playoff. Shout out to Kareem, man.
Jabbar.
There's 2
R's. Jabbar.
There's 2 R's.
76.
No, there's not. There's 2
Jabbar was
B's.
awesome.
2 B's, right? There's 2 something.
2 B's, yeah.
Yeah, 2 B's in Jabbar. That's it.
It should be 2 G's for double go.
He was awesome that year too, Swipe. He had just got on that crew. They were at the bottom of the Western Conference when he got on that crew. And if the rules were today what they were back then, they would have made the playoffs. They ended up missing the playoffs that year because of the way the rules were. But he was fantastic that year. Yeah.
Who was your pick?
And my pick. So I already got my lead guard. I got my distributor. I got my box player in Olajuwon. I'm gonna move over to the 4. I'm gonna take 2003 Duncan.
Damn.
And this is why Mars be cleaning y'all clocks.
I'm gonna take.
This is why Mars
I'm taking ATA. I'm taking ATA MJ. Yeah, I'm gonna take ATA.
What's wrong with y'all?
Mark, Ron, we don't win nothing by winning this draft. Calm down.
Yeah, I'm gonna take.
I'm just saying, it's just fitting and indicative to why every single day he comes up here and scrapes y'all like gum off the pavement.
All right, next pick.
So Steph, MJ, Shaq.
Hey, chill. Who'd you take?
I took 2003 Duncan.
That was a bad.
I've got some thoughts, and I don't know which way I want to go.
Steph, Jordan, Shaq. Man,
I'm gonna go. Why not? I'm gonna go.
Magic Olajuwon Duncan.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 07. Yeah, I'm gonna go 07 Dirk.
You don't know
the best version of Magic. The best one, not like a good one or a great one.
With 03 Duncan.
All right, Chill. You're back up, Chill.
Am I back up again?
Wait, who'd he take?
07 Dirk.
07 Dirk?
Oh my God, Mars.
You're drafting the pre-merger team. What you want me to do
every day?
You was drafting everyone before the merger. I was like, okay, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe Dirk could fall, but I got a contingency plan. Don't trip.
Yes. So I got my distributor. I got my box guy. I'm awesome on defense with both Duncan and I need some wing guys. Right. I feel like I need a wing guy. James is off the board.
Please chill.
And, yeah, James is off the board. Let's see a league MVP at that particular time, because I'm thinking about
Moses Malone, yo.
Nope. I already got my 5 man. That's Olajuwon. I'm good. I'm straight with Olajuwon. Let's see.
You got the big O.
Don't help him, Penn.
No. I'm not gonna think.
He's the basketball encyclopedia.
Interesting. There's not a lot of 2 guards. Tell you what I'll do. I'll take Iverson.
Allen Iverson.
You take Iverson 01? 01 Iverson?
I was just about to say that. I'm going to take Iverson.
Thank you.
That's a good pick. Good pick.
Thank you.
That's a good pick.
Is it?
Ox is up.
Oh, thank
If you're trying to get a 2 guard, there's not many options.
I already know who I want. So we're big and we're fast. We're athletic. Yep. I need somebody else to get out and run that floor like a gazelle.
Yep.
That would be no other than 1981 Julius Erving, the Doc himself.
You know, I don't think.
Thank God.
Chill.
Thank God.
I thought you were going to take him. Chill. I was.
Hey, never mind. I'm not gonna say what I was saying. No, that's a great pick, Ox. I feel like I might be the highest on Dr. J up here. So I mean, I appreciate that.
I love that. I love Dr. J, man. I was.
Ron said ABA counts, right?
Yeah, he did. He did. Akil, you're up.
Yeah, thank God he didn't take my pick. Because I got 94, 95 Dave Robinson. I need a center who can guard these players, so I think he's the best one available.
That's a great pick.
That's a really good.
That's a great pick.
Yep. This one's easy for me. I'm taking 23 Embiid right here.
I took Embiid and got slaughtered because how dare you take Embiid in anything? So
23 Embiid for me, and then Penn's up.
Penn, it's about time
your final 2 picks. Got to round out the team.
And it's about time you get your guy as much as you glazed all year.
Yep. Okay. So my team right now,
have an MVP.
2026 Scotty Barnes doesn't count.
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah, we can tap him in if you want to.
Damn, greatest player of all time. Okay, no, I actually want to win this.
I do too.
I want to actually win this. I'm a competitive dude. I want to actually win this. So, all right, I got a pretty big head start here. I'm gonna take. Okay, so I got Jordan. I got LeBron. I got Jokic. I need defense. I need a little bit more defense. So one of these dudes is not that guy. Okay. All right. I am going to take. Yeah, it's a wrap. Okay, I got 25 Shea.
I knew that was coming.
Yep.
That's the guy. I was going to ask you, Ron, if I could rescind my pick, because
that's my 2 guard.
I was going to ask you if I could, because I thought about it. I was like, Shea better than Iverson.
Yep, he is. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was
thinking.
And
then with my final pick, I got. Damn, I'm gonna do it. Do I want to do it?
Do it. Do it.
No, I'm leaving him on the board. Screw it. I got enough of a lead right now. I'm gonna go philosophy over player. I'm gonna go with 65 Bill Russell.
I knew it. Yeah, Penn.
Let's go.
Interesting.
Hey, that's actually a fire pick though, Penn. I like that.
Are you gonna run LeBron at the 1?
Yes, I am. LeBron James my 1. Shea my 2. Shea my 2. Right. I got LeBron at the 1. Shea at the 2. Michael Jordan at the 3. All these guys in their athletic peaks, pretty much. Right. Good luck stopping that. You got Jokic at the 5 with Bill Russell protecting him. Greatest team of all time.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I will take right here. I'm going to go with,
and this is who Swiper got currently: 13 Bron, 86 Bird, 08 Kobe, and 23 Embiid.
I'm gonna take 18 Harden right here.
Oh, damn. I was actually gonna pick Harden. Can you believe?
Yeah, there's not many 2 guard options if you're trying to have like a.
Well, he's
Two
a
guard.
hybrid guy. You know, combo guard.
guards.
Yeah,
combo guards.
you know, good old combo guard still waiting, just lurking in the mist.
Big O.
It's on you, Akil.
You better than Big O at what Big O does.
Oh, I got you. I got you. Stat padding.
Damn.
He's better at stat padding.
All right, it's on you, Akil.
My turn. So I think this player right here is gonna round out my entire team perfectly because I already have the defense 2 through 5. I just need a point guard, Steve Nash, 05, 06. I think he can be the high tempo guy who can push the break for guys like Kevin Garnett, Giannis, and David Robinson running the transition
You
game.
gave Nash
And-
all them athletes. Oh my god.
That's what Tyrese Halliburton before Tyrese
Yeah,
Halliburton.
that's crazy.
And like he might be a defensive liability, but that's why I have all these other players in the back end that can guard him.
You said Nash and a bunch of 6'11" athletes.
Hey, which
Pretty much,
which one do you
pretty
want?
much.
Do you want the
05,
fake
06.
MVP or the fakest MVP?
Okay.
I don't know which one's better. Which one's better? Can I phone a friend?
Yeah, do that.
All right, who's a Nash fan here?
Right here, right. This one. Talk to this
Mars.
dude right here with the hood. This dude right here with the hood. Talk to him.
Your favorite.
All
I'm
right.
trying to
uh,
help his team, but I mean, they're both gonna be fine. 06 is
I mean,
probably
yeah.
better, but you'll be fine regardless.
Yeah,
06
I mean
is
it's damn near the same player, so either or.
07 was
05,
better
06.
than- 07 was better
So,
than them dudes.
07 was better than both of them, but he ain't win the MVP. Shout out to
No,
Dirk,
he
man.
didn't.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Shout out to
I'll just go 05, 06 Nash.
Ox.
Man, I really wanted Dirk to come play my 3, man. I really wanted Dirk to play the 3. Jeez. Well, it's okay, Dr. J. We got the Doc at the 3. Instead, I was gonna move him at the 2. I just need a bucket getter now. I'm gonna go with the only person I can go with. Man, that's Oscar Robertson.
64 Oscar.
Mhm.
Okay.
No Bob Pettit. Interesting.
Mhm.
Sure.
So
And
I got my
Westbrook
I got my lead guard in Magic. I got my 2 guard in Iverson. I got my 4-man in Duncan. I got my 5-man in Olajuwon. I can move Barkley to the 3. I'm gonna take Barkley at the 3 spot.
Dope.
Name 3 Barkley.
I'm not too mad at that.
93.
Ooh, that's a
Like-
stinky winky defense. Okay, I like that.
Stinky Winky, really?
Yeah, stinky winky. Stinky winky.
With-
I mean, he got Hakeem and Duncan to hold everything.
got-
Yeah, yeah, and guess what? I go Magic, AI, and Barkley.
Mhm.
That's stinky winky.
Mhm.
Now, what do I want?
Mhm.
I'm only thinking of one player. It just depends on which version of that player I want. I'm gonna take 76 Dr. J. That's what I'm gonna go with. 76 Dr. J.
Doc didn't win the league.
Different decade. Different decade. He
Doc
did.
didn't win.
ABA MVP.
Ah, you did say that. Yeah, we did say that. Yes, we
Oh.
did. We
Derrick
did.
Rose
Hey,
getting passed
oh wait,
up
the
for
ABA count?
Mhm.
Yeah, he told me.
That's
Yeah, he said ABA counts. So I'm gonna round out my team with
Alright,
76 Dr. J.
That's my guy.
Why is someone telling me Scottie Pippen?
Scottie Pippen did not win the league
Yeah, like, what's
MVP.
going on?
No,
Yeah,
he didn't.
76 Dr. J.
Mhm.
Who else you got, Mars?
That's it. I'm done. I got 5 players now.
Oh, we're only doing 5, y'all?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
I love my team.
So we can't shore up our bench with Finals MVPs.
I would be down. I would.
That
be
actually
down.
is
I
heat.
would be
Hey,
down.
we can-
Finals
we
MVP
can
or
even-
just MVPs?
Nah, Finals
MVP.
MVP.
Finals MVPs.
What, like
Yeah,
3
yeah.
Finals MVPs, or what we doing? Like 1 Finals
Two
MVP?
Finals MVP. 2 Finals MVPs.
So
Yeah.
does it snake to me?
Wait, no, we have to restart that. We
Nah,
have to
let's
restart that.
let's do 1 Finals MVP because there's gonna be a lot of overlap in Finals MVPs.
Oh, right.
And so can we
but
can we
so
repeat
the-
players?
If they're in a
See,
different
this is
decade,
where it gets
right?
tricky. This is
If they're in a different decade, why not? If they're in a different decade,
I mean, we should. Well, no. We should.
you're not
be able
gonna
to-
find many in a different decade. But if you're down to do that, we could.
There are
If
enough
they're in a decade
players,
that hasn't been drafted, yeah.
dude. There are enough players who have won Finals MVP but have never won an MVP that we could easily do this.
Exactly.
All right,
but if you
let's
want
do
to
it,
take
let's do
someone
it.
who,
Well, just
but if
do
you
it
want to
from
take
do it
someone
from
who
the
is
start,
an MVP,
Ron. Don't do a snake. Do it from the start.
but if you want to take someone who isn't an MVP, you can still do it, right? As long as it's in the different decade rule.
Do you just want me
Yeah,
to list
yeah.
out the
If
players
it's
who are
different decade.
actually available? Because there's
No, you don't.
You
Have
know,
to.
you don't have to
Pick.
list
Just,
out
no,
anything.
you don't have to
No,
help
you
people.
don't- we don't
Just
help-
make
yeah,
your
don't
pick.
need
Yeah,
help.
you
Just
don't have to
trying to
help
get
people.
clarification on the
Yeah,
rules.
just make your pick. Just want to make sure that we're all on the same page on what the rules are.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's start from the top, then, Ron.
Go ahead, Ben.
Okay, so yeah, I guess.
Shoot, I'm gonna take. So we only get one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uno.
Sick man.
Damn. I want
This is so easy.
2019 Kawhi, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
I knew
got it.
that's who you was gonna take. Better than you. He better
I
than
thought.
Shaq,
I thought
apparently.
about somebody else, yo. I thought about 69 somebody.
Mm-hmm. Yo, this is bullshit.
Wes.
We don't even need to do this. This is pony. We don't need no bench. No. See, we had the rules already, and somebody when you come through changing the rules, that's crazy. We don't need to change the rules, Ron. Stand on your nuts. What
was the rule? What was the rules, Ron?
Now we're picking 5 MVPs, no Finals MVPs. Finals MVPs do not count.
Ox just wanted a chance to get. See, Ox just wanted the chance to
that's
get
crazy.
Kawhi. That's the thing.
Whose idea was it to do the finals?
He thought he was gonna get Kawhi.
That's exactly what was about to happen too.
But anyway, we're here now. We're here
I
now.
don't know who thought of this bullshit.
Just so
Swiper
we
is on
change
you.
if Leonard would have dropped to you, Ox. If
Yeah,
Leonard would have dropped to you.
If we did the snake like we were supposed to, Ox would have had the 3rd pick, and I guarantee Kawhi would have made it to him.
All right.
But
For real?
Like, y'all changing the rules out of nowhere. It's just crazy.
yeah, it's insane. But go
Who's
ahead.
crying now?
I don't
Ooh.
understand.
Flip the script.
I'm crying now, Swiper. I'm crying. Me, this guy.
Yo, Swiper, it's on you.
Yeah, I got 2011 Dirk.
Oh yeah, that is a different decade. Yeah, smart. Okay.
Mm.
Who'd
Damn,
you say,
okay.
Swiper?
He took 11
Dirk.
Dirk. Akil.
94, 95 Hakeem.
He's been taken.
It's taken.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can't take Hakeem at all.
No, you got different era.
No.
It's gonna be a different decade.
It's the same rules on the decade and the
Yeah.
that thing, but now you're opening up the guys who won Finals MVP and not MVP.
All right. So
Oh,
09, 010 Kobe.
He
Would
may
that
have
work?
been MVP.
That is
That already
2010. That's a
counts.
different. That's
That's a different
2010 is a different
Oh,
decade.
damn.
He can
Yeah,
get 10
Gil.
Kobe. He can
Sure.
get 10 Kobe.
Yeah, I mean, you can
Is it
technically do
Ox
that.
is on you.
All right.
Ox is on you.
All right,
Okay.
10 Kobe. I got you. 10 Kobe. Yeah, Ox, you're up next. There's a clear answer here, by the way.
there
for you.
is a clear answer.
Scottie
There's
Pippen
two.
has no
There's
finals
two for you
MVPs.
that you would like.
Yeah,
that you would
Scottie
like.
Pippen has no finals MVPs. What's he meant to do?
Talking about Andre Iguodala,
He got Jalen Brown.
That's what I'm expecting.
Tony Parker.
But
Y'all
maybe
be
he
saying
goes
too
Jerry
many
West.
names,
I don't
bruh.
know.
Jerry West would be fired.
This is kind of hard because I really want some
It's
shooting.
really
and
a
I want some shooting from 22. I want some shooting from 22, right? But I'm only taking dogs. Like I'm only taking dogs. Not to say that he's not, but I want some dogs. So. Shit, because I can't do my man Wade like that.
Oh.
I'm gonna go ahead. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take. I'm gonna go ahead and take. Fuck. I got to stick with the script. Sorry, D. I'm gonna go with what year was that? 68, 69, 69?
69 West.
Come on, Jerry West.
West?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Hell no. Let me cut it out. Let me get 06D Ways. Hell
I was
no.
gonna say you
Thank
taking a
you.
loser. That's kind of against your
come on,
philosophy.
Mars, I was about to lose it off of that.
Yeah, I was gonna say you of all people. 06
Hell no,
Wade.
I
Okay.
want-
All right,
I
chill,
want
you're up.
06D Ways.
Chill. It's on you.
I already know who Chill's going to take. I'll just write it down now.
Excuse me, pardon
Yeah.
me. I'll take Giannis off your hands. 21. Thank you very much.
21 Giannis.
He won an MVP in 20.
Yeah, I got Giannis.
Oh yeah, that is the
Take
same
Giannis.
decade.
You did
Yeah,
take
that
Giannis.
is the same
Yes, you
decade.
did
Yeah,
take
damn.
Giannis.
If he took 19, Giannis
Oh,
would have
chill,
been
but
fine.
you don't even think that far. You
That's
just
right.
do go. Never
That's
mind.
right. That's right. You did.
Chill,
So-
You can't take Tatum.
Oh,
You can't take Tatum.
No, I can't take Jason Tatum.
It's
I'll take
obvious.
I'll take SGA off your hands. Sure.
SGA won an
Shay's
MVP.
gone, Shay's
Same.
gone,
It's the
Shay's
same
gone.
era.
What are we
Same
doing?
era.
Yo, wait.
Pen that shade,
Don't
pen
pick
that
that. Don't
shade.
pick that shit. Don't
No,
pick that shit. No. Let me get Paulie, please.
Oh, I think we should. I think we should. I think we should. I think we
Oh,
should.
08
I think
Paul.
we should.
All right.
I think we should.
06
I
Wade
think
is available. 08 Paul.
So Wade is now available. Chill. Wade is now available. 06 Wade
That's
is
a
now available.
great come on.
Oh, y'all finna let.
Well, go ahead, Chill. Go ahead, Chill.
Please
That's
let me
actually
get
who I
Paulie.
want. Yeah, I'll take Dwayne Wade off your hands. Yes,
Oh,
I'm gonna
y'all
take
be
2020 Braun. I'm gonna take
Clean
2020
y'all
Braun. I'm
clocks.
gonna take 2020 Braun.
He be cleaning you guys'
I'm
clocks.
gonna take
I'm
2020
telling you.
Bron, we hyping
Yeah.
that.
I'm not gonna lie. I forgot about Braun. I really
See?
did.
Chat,
You
chat
see?
was talking too much because I was trying to get Bron the whole time. I
Oh
seen
my
the chat
God.
talking way too much. But yeah, I'm gonna take 2020 Bron.
I mean, respectfully to y'all, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think there's 3 really good teams here, and then there's whatever. But there's some challenges here.
Who are the 3 really good teams?
I don't got the best, bro. Well, what do you want me to do? I'm in the 2020s.
I think the best players individually would be the 91 Jordan, the 12 Ron. I think the who are the other players?
The best player that ever existed.
The Shaq,
the 2000, Curry 16, Wilt 67.
Kevin Garnett.
I got 3 of like maybe the 10 best seasons ever on my team, but
Yeah, but the issue is that my Denver GOAT didn't win MVP in his best years, so therefore,
Yeah,
whatever.
I do find that funny.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna run through, and I want everybody to make their case for their team. So, Penn, we're gonna start with you. You got 91 Jordan, 2009 LeBron, 2024 Jokic, 2025 SGA, and 1965 Bill Russell in your starting 5. And off the bench, your Finals MVP is 2019 Kawhi. Talk to me on why this is the best team up here.
Positional versatility, transition play, defense. That's what I care about. I'm gonna run y'all off the floor. I got court processors galore. I got winners. I got champions. Okay. When I look at Michael Jordan and Kawhi Leonard, I got 2 of the greatest closers and clutch time players. Right. Magic Johnson and Bill Russell. I got 2 of the and Nikola Jokic. I got the greatest playmakers at their position, pretty much. I got guys who can read full court transition, and I got gunners. There's no debate on who has the best team here. It is clearly me. I could play Kawhi at the 3, the 4. I could even play him at the 5. I could play Jokic at the 4 or the 5. I could play. Yeah, I could.
You see the 5s on these teams. Don't even waste your time playing Kawhi at the 5.
Well, good luck trying to get one of those slow-footed bigs to guard Kawhi at the 5. Kawhi got long arms. He is Kawhi is about the same size as Ben Wallace. Can we be real here?
No,
and Kawhi was
I don't see Ben.
the same size.
I don't see Ben Wallace on the board. I don't see Ben.
I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty confident Hakeem Olajuwon can stay in front of Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard is a bucket of extra crispy and a 6-pack against Olajuwon on the box. You kidding me?
Isn't Kawhi like 6'7"?
He is a
Go
bucket.
ahead and put Kawhi on 2000.
And I'm talking about the value meal, by the way, Ron. The family meal, the one.
Okay, fine.
Go ahead and preach to me about versatility while I'm watching Shaq put Kawhi through the rim. But hey, he's versatile. Go ahead and tell me about versatility.
Hey, Penn, you remember Space Jam where he grabbed Buddy and balled him up and then dumped him through the
destroying him on the box.
Y'all really underrating Kawhi there, but
no,
yes, I got.
What you're doing, Penn, is you're really underrating how good these other bigs were. That's what you're doing.
Switchable in 2019 is not switchable when these are the bigs.
It's not. You are not getting Kawhi Leonard in action to switch him onto Shaq.
Kawhi being able to guard Daniel Gafford on a switch. I want
to take you through this. Let's just say I do decide to troll y'all because I got such a lead that I'm gonna put Kawhi at the 5. Okay, I got Michael Jordan on the wing helping down.
Okay,
right. I got Bill Russell behind him to help out if there's a dude who gets in the way. Right. I got LeBron James in his athletic peak. Okay, LeBron James in his athletic peak as a weak side shot blocker. You're not scoring. I don't care what you say. I could put Kawhi at the 5. Shit, I could put Steve Nash at the 5 and still survive.
So Shaq's gonna get the ball with Kawhi on him. You're gonna do your nice little double team thing. The issue is I have Steph one pass away, so you can't double off Steph. But then you're saying you're gonna have Bill Russell behind the play. The issue is my power forward is Dirk Nowitzki, so you aren't gonna help off Dirk either. So where are you helping from?
Mars,
that's a great point.
It don't matter who else. You talking about 2000
Not to mention
Mars.
Shaquille O'Neal is the king of fuck a double team.
Okay,
Mars.
Oh my God, Michael Jordan's helping. Oh, what are you gonna do?
Mars,
he gonna ride that.
I don't think any of y'all team is gonna put up 60 points against my team. First of all, and I don't think any of y'all teams should hold my team under.
I will respectfully say that I have the best offensive team.
Shaq might put up 60 himself against your team.
Speed kills in the NBA.
Yeah, I have LeBron.
Hey, hold up, Swiper. Before you get into your team, I just want to know, with Kawhi playing the 5, we have so many options to eat, y'all. We got so many options to eat. I call Kawhi at the 5. The special heat and eat treatment. So we got to go to Factor Meals to find out exactly what we're going to get with Kawhi guarding Shaq, Hakeem, Olajuwon. Oh, Tim Duncan. Giannis, Kevin Garnett, any of them, Joel Embiid. Well, this is what we get. We get a beautiful meal at Factor Meals, which quite frankly comes fairly easy, as you guys can see. You see, with Factor Meals, the meals are chef crafted, they're dietitian approved, and they're ready to heat and eat in just 2 minutes, taking the hassle out of having to spend your time in the kitchen putting your own meals together. You see, Factor Meals, it arrives fresh and ready to eat, perfect for any active and busy lifestyle. They have 45 weekly menu options. They got gourmet meals where you could get your summer gains and goals easily. Factor powers your day from sun up to sundown. They have nutritious breakfasts, on-the-go lunches, premium dinners, guilt-free snacks, and they have a bucket of extra crispy, courtesy of Kawhi Leonard on the box. So enjoy your summer and get Factor Meals and all the flavor that you could possibly ever want and none of the fuss that you don't want. Personally, me and Kawhi, we eat Factor Meals every single day, and I believe that you guys should too. So here's what you should do. Get started at factormeals.com/playerschoice50 off and use code playerschoice50 off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. That's code playerschoice50 off at factormeals.com/playerschoice50 off for 50% off plus free shipping. Factormeals.com/playerschoice50 off. Fellas, I wonder if Kawhi Leonard got free shipping on his box too. But swipe up. Ben, you're muted right now. Ben, you're muted right now.
Ben, we can't hear you, Ben, as you were saying.
Oh, my bad. I said, I know y'all want to cook this Kawhi at the 5 thing. I'm just letting y'all know that this is how my team could play. I'm not going to play him at the 5. I can play him at the 4, the 3, whatever. But I want to let y'all know, to anyone who's concerned about our team scoring outside of 8 feet, I got Jokic. I got Jokic spacing the floor. And last I checked, the dude is, Mars. Go check catch and shoot efficiency in the NBA. Go check it out.
A game.
I don't care. He can take 12 now.
Mars is the part of the reason why people don't think Jokic.
Go ahead and shoot 12 threes, Jokic.
Yo,
go ahead.
I'm gonna give you a future vision. This is the score when your team faces my team.
The moment Jokic is shooting 12 threes a game, I'm celebrating.
Bro, this is the score when your team faces my team. 162-12. Okay, that's what's gonna happen, right? Y'all not scoring, we not stopping, we processing the game. I got 3 of the best playmakers. I got 3 of the best finishers. This is basketball perfection.
You have a really good team, and you've talked your team into the bottom of the list.
Nah,
you have a really good team, and you spoke them all the way to the Utah Jazz.
All right, Pin. Hold on. We gotta get the Swiper because he might talk his team below yours. So let's see what Swiper got to say.
Oh no, I think it's a wrap. I think just from an offensive process standpoint, I got the 2 best ISO scorers, I think, on the perimeter in this draft.
What 2 guys?
I think Harden alone is the best perimeter scorer, I think, on this draft. I think he's a top tier 1 playmaker. I think having Larry Bird on the outside, down screens, pin downs, ISOs, top lock, whatever you're looking for, he's an offensive threat. I put the ball in LeBron James' hand, 12-13. He was shooting 40% from 3, 44% from the mid-range that year. He was an absolute monster attacking the basket that year. That was his best defensive year, arguably his DPOY season that he had. I think 23 Embiid, you do a pick and roll with James Harden, pick and roll with Kobe Bryant, pick and roll with LeBron James. I got the best face-up center by far of all these MVPs. I got the best face-up center by far, who's shooting 50%, 49% from midi that year on incredible volume. What'd you say?
Who's your center again?
I got Embiid in 23. So I got 33 points per game Embiid on 49% from the midi on basically the most volume in the league as well. And top of that, he shot 36% from 3 that season, gets to the free throw line at a crazy level. I'm getting 11, 12 attempts from there. I got James Harden. You can't touch him, can't foul him, can't do anything. The step back 3, he shot it basically 3. It's like a 10 3 a game on 37%, I think, that season. I think having that and then off the bench, having Dirk Nowitzki. And this is the Dirk that mowed down Kobe Bryant in the best defense, mowed down Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, and then mowed down, outplayed LeBron James, Chris Bosh, and Dwayne Wade head-to-head, absolutely put everybody to sleep. So I think a lot of this is I have really every one of my players can score. At least 5 of them, 4 of them are some of the best playoff scorers we've ever seen. I got versatility. I got transition. I got defense, anything that you need. Truly elite POA defense, truly elite off-ball help defense, and I got elite rim deterrent. And on top of that, none of my players on the floor are an offensive liability in any way, shape, or form. I have literally anything you want from the 3-point line, isolation, post scoring, pick and roll. Again, you're running off-ball screens for Bird, off-ball screen, in cuts for LeBron James. Anything you looking for, you literally can't double a single soul on my roster, and there's nobody that's incompetent defensively. Even Harden was competing that year. The Rockets had a top 10 defense with Harden on the floor in 17-18. All that stuff to be added together. And then on top of that, Harden is the worst defender here, and he's passable, given that he has nothing but elite defenders showing up behind him and to the side of him. This team doesn't have any flaws. From a playmaking standpoint, from a shooting standpoint, from a scoring standpoint, defensively, top to bottom, there's nobody you can attack consistently. And even if you do try to quote-unquote attack Harden, then we're going to take these possessions. We're going to help. We're going to do what we need to do and rotate behind. I think Embiid at this point was extremely, extremely mobile and healthy still. This is a 66 games played in the regular season Embiid. And then he went to the playoffs that year, had some injury issues, but he still cooked even in the first round. In the second round, really, he had I think 3 straight 30-something games versus Boston Celtics in that series, even while hurt. Like all the way up and down. Like, there's nothing that you're looking for. You can't attack anybody. On every one of my players can score. Literally are the 5 or 6 best scorers of their era. They all have an argument for it. So, like, I think this is cooked. And then, Marge, you can get out the chat, too, and you can take that another L. You're not being
talking for 3 minutes.
That's cool. You and Penn were arguing for 5 minutes. I just gave it.
He said Kawhi at the 5. I'm sorry. That's worthy of an argument.
Stop cooking that take. Kawhi at the 5 on offense is still anchored with a big at the 4, right? Defensively. I'm just talking about the spacing here. I'm saying I can play 100 different ways. Last I checked, when you're playing against great teams, lineup versatility matters.
Swiper, can I take a look at Swiper's team again? So,
yeah. Swiper, I do think you got the best 1, 2, and 3 up here.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean by that?
Bron, Kobe, and Bird? 1, 2, and 3? Well,
so number one,
Bron would be the 4.
I have Bron, MJ, and Shaq, but I mean, I guess
the first thing.
No. Like on perimeter, 1, 2, and 3, like point guard, shooting guard, small forward. But Bron's playing the power forward on this team, so never mind. You got Harden.
So what I want to do with Swiper's team,
I got Steph, MJ, and Bron.
I got a better version of bench, but I got the best.
No. He just got drafted 6th. Dr. J, bye. Like, what we talking about? I'm starting, Bron. I got Steph, MJ, and Bron. You better. Doc might go to the.
Wait, I got
Steph, MJ, and Bron.
I got a question.
I got Steph, MJ, and Bron.
Which one of these defenders are stopping my perimeter players up here?
Which one of these defenders are stopping?
Yeah, the one of these defenders you have on these lists. Which one of them are stopping my perimeter players here?
Who's your perimeter players? Harden and Kobe.
LeBron. Yeah, so Kobe, Harden, and Bron. Like just in terms of all ball perimeter.
And that's where the issue is, because I don't think that there's a question.
I got an 88 MJ and a 2020 Bron for you.
Yeah, come here, please.
Go ahead.
Come here, please. Bing, 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 bing. Step back.
Come
here, 3 cut. Because he never, and that's the other part about this. MJ never saw this version of James Harden. Never. Again, I just want people to remember this. James Harden led the NBA in isolation attempts and was the most efficient isolation player in the sport.
Okay, and so
in 2018.
No,
just to Jordan. I'm obviously not just Jordan.
So was Jordan. So
no, Jordan wasn't Harden. I'm just he wasn't.
I agree.
There's never been back-to-back scoring
better
seasons isolation play. Yeah, there's never been back-to-back isolation seasons that Jordan had 18 and 19. There's never been. It's never existed.
It's interesting.
Shout out to James Harden. You ain't gonna tell me twice.
Well,
I think the only knock would be Harden. Do you think he's gonna show up in the biggest moment? Like he might fold. You never know. You can't really, trust.
Okay, then, so then LeBron get out there. Then Bird get out there. Like, what are we doing? Like, then Kobe get out there. Everybody loves to dog mentality. Here goes Kobe, 2008.
Yo, this is why I chose winners. I was debating Wilt was my last pick. I debated it, but I was like, you know what? I need winners. I need Bill Russell. That's what I need. I need a guy who can impact the game without the basketball. You know, one thing that I don't think a lot of y'all are thinking about? What do your players do when they don't have the basketball? What does James Harden do?
Excuse me?
What are you talking about?
What? Bird and LeBron are 2 of the best off-ball players ever.
Does he know?
Let me make a case.
Does he know?
When we start stacking up great players, right? You're thinking about them in their role. You're thinking about Barkley scoring 30. You're thinking about Hakeem scoring 30. What I want to know is when you're not the best player on your team,
LeBron and Bird are 2 of the best off-ball players of all time. Now what?
LeBron.
I have Bron too.
Yeah, I have Bron.
I have prime Bron, the best single version of Bron that could shoot. Well, not Marge's version that couldn't shoot a lick.
Okay,
2020 Bron couldn't shoot.
You talking about?
I have a
If you ever want a turn, you're gonna have to get in there, brother.
2020
No,
Bron.
I'm next. I'm just waiting for my turn.
Yeah,
2020 Bron was a better shooter.
I
I
gotta explain my team next.
Yo, we gonna move on to Akil. I want Akil to explain why he actually has the best team. And before you get into it, let me just read it off. He got 2014 KD, 2004 Kevin Garnett, 2020 Giannis, 1995 David Robinson, 2006 Steve Nash, and 2010 Finals MVP Kobe Bryant.
You make the right case right here. You might be able to win.
I mean, I already won. I don't need to validate. But pretty much
do. But go ahead, it's confidence.
Okay, so whenever Penn mentioned, right, it's not about their individual careers and accolades, how they fit cohesively as a team. That's what I was going for, right? You have Steve Nash running the point. He can play on ball, play off ball. Kevin Durant, floor spacer, can play on ball, off ball. Transition wise, you have Giannis, Kevin Garnett, and David Robinson, all elite athletes running that wing with Steve Nash in that high tempo action. I mean, and then you talk about defensive versatility, right? Who's going to guard the Kobe's? Who's going to guard the LeBron, Steph, whatever? Kevin Garnett, Giannis, David Robinson, or Kobe, they can all switch Kobe can switch 1 through 4, but the other 3, 1 through 5, I'm happy with them. James Harden, put Giannis or Kevin Garnett on him. The length, they could probably block a step back 3 here and there. So 1 through 5, I think defensive versatility is a big key here. And offensively, Nash, Kevin Durant, Kobe, that's 3 of the best offensive players of all time. I mean, there is no flaw here. I mean, you can play big. Like I could take Nash out the game. I could put Giannis at 1, Kobe at 2, Kevin Durant at 3, Garnett at 4, and David Robinson at 5. Who's gonna guard my point guard? Who's guarding Giannis? There's gonna be a mismatch in there. There's gonna be a mismatch. There's gonna be a mismatch. But then who's gonna guard? All my players are gonna be bigger, faster, stronger than your point guard. If I take Nash out. If I take Nash out, my players are going to be bigger than all.
Is 2010 Kobe starting on your team?
That would be matchup dependent, depending on who I'm playing. So, like, if I'm playing, who had SGA?
I did.
If I had SGA, I'd probably put Nash out there because SGA is a little bit smaller compared to other people. Who else had a small? Any?
I got Steph.
I got a 6'6" point guard.
Any point guard who is like smaller than 6'4", I'd put Nash in. If there's a player above 6'4", I'm putting Kobe.
6'6".
He is not 6'6".
He is 6'6".
Might be listed.
He's not 6'6".
Yo, Akil. I know you said it might be matchup dependent. I just want to throw out there that 2010 Kobe is your best player. But proceed.
That's true.
Let me see if that's true.
That could be true. But like I mentioned, the best player doesn't always have to start.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay quiet.
Best player doesn't always have to start. It literally.
Kevin Durant exists. I mean, Kevin Garnett exists.
Kevin Garnett absolutely does exist. So I'm just
being a good coach, being able to adjust depending on the matchups. I don't think your best player has to start every single time. Maybe like that'd be like the politically correct answer. But being a good coach, you have to make adjustments depending on who the other team's best 5. And I think with Nash out there, it would make the team run a lot more smoothly on offense. Defensively, might take a hit, obviously. But if we're trying to score a lot of points, I already have the defensive versatility 2 through 5, where Nash can be hiding a little bit. There is no flaw here. I know everyone has said that.
Who are you hiding Nash on my team? Bird?
I mean, he can hide in the corner. Whoever's guarding the corner. There's someone's got to be in the corner 3. Someone's got to be in the corner, right? And yeah, so sure. Let's say you put Bird in the corner, Nash is going to be on there. I can do the same thing with what you're going to do with Shaq. Block the entry pass, have help in the backside with Giannis, Garnett, David Robinson.
Who are you doing that?
The best you could do.
Who are you doing the weak side double with?
I can do it with Giannis or Kevin Garnett. It really doesn't matter.
Who are they leaving?
It's interchangeable.
Bron, Kobe, or Harden? Which one? Or Dirk?
That's where we get into the rotation. I have athletes who can rotate constantly. I don't have slow-footed guys at all.
First and foremost, why are you letting him talk you in a double team? Why we got a double? Why?
Because Steve Nash. You kind of have to.
That's only if Larry Bird is on Steve Nash. Larry Bird's gonna post him up and do
Larry Bird or LeBron or Kobe or Harden or
Dirk.
Why
he's not gonna be on
or Embiid.
The only way to get a switch onto a player like that is a high, like if you bring the screen up.
Is that what we doing?
The only way you can put Nash in action is if you put the screen up and bring him to the top of the key. But people just switch that nowadays, so Nash just stays in the corner no matter what it is.
See, Akil, that's why you should have chose Westbrook. But all right, is there anything else that you would like to explain about your team?
He's my favorite player of all time, so I'm with you on that one. I should have picked him.
Russ?
I just feel like, yeah. Like I felt like from like 2014, 2015, yeah. So it was hard for me picking Kevin Durant. I hate that guy, but he's on the Rockets too, so it's like I'm kind of stuck with him.
Yeah.
You're stuck with Kevin Durant. Yeah.
I'm stuck with him, but I am happy because we could possibly win a championship.
I've been in relationships
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Well,
all right.
yeah.
Next up, Ox, would you like to explain why you have the best team up here, which is 1957 Bob Cousy, 1967 Wilt Chamberlain, 1976 Jabbar, 1981 Dr. J, Julius Erving, 1964 the Big O, Oscar Robertson, and 2008 Paulie Pierce.
I knew as soon as I picked Bob Cousy #1, I was going to lose pretty much everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of non-ball knowers. If you don't know ball, just turn your TV off, okay? Because you got to be a real ball knower to see what's going on here. And this is really simple basketball. I mean, I got Wilt and Kareem, so we'll start with that. I got Wilt and Kareem. But our philosophy is simple as this: we're going to rebound and run. We're just going to rebound and just run. I got Dr. J running up the right wing. I got Wilt Chamberlain running up the left wing, and I got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as the trail man. So if we're not just
that's not fair, Ox. That's not fair.
What are you talking about? That's not fair.
That's just not
I think
fair.
he made his team to not be fair. That's the
what do you mean?
That's not fair, yo.
Wait, I see what you're saying. Okay,
sure I heard what you said. I got Doc on one end, I got Chamberlain on the other end, and I got Jabbar trailing. That's not fair.
Yeah, that's all we doing, chill. We just rebounding and running. We're just rebounding and running. Wilt get up the left wing or the right. Y'all just fill the lanes. Doc and Wilt, y'all run. Kareem, you trail. Worst come to worst, we got Paul Pierce ISO ball, or we just got Cousy in the pick and roll. We got Oscar Robinson, a well-known bucket getter and distributor, and it's just simple as that. I don't got to go into all the I got this guy. I'm gonna play Paul Pierce at 5.
You lucky people didn't watch Bob Cousy up here.
It's no way.
No. Because it is that simple. It's basketball, bro. It's just basketball. Like I don't got to come with some whatever these dudes are talking about.
He wasn't even the best player on his own team.
That's fine, Pin. That has absolutely nothing to do with what I'm talking about. We're just
and on top of that, Ox,
we're rebounding.
On top of that, Ox, you got a willing distributor in Chamberlain. So not only do you have a glass cleaner, you got a willing distributor. And
willing?
You got Jabbar. Yes, he led the league in assists that year, if I'm not mistaken. In 60.
Stat pattern?
Yeah. No, and I don't understand what that means. I've never understood what that means.
He don't understand what that means, Chill. He don't know what that means.
I mean, Russell Westbrook's his favorite player. I don't think he's saying that.
You know what I'm saying? So Chill, my point is I got passers. I got Cousy, I got Oscar, I got Will. I got hold on, Ron. I got people that are willing to move the ball, and I got athletes. I got athletes that are just gonna run and dunk. You know what I'm saying? I got Paul Pierce 2008, one of the best ISO players. Y'all don't gotta believe it. Just go watch basketball. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. I got Dr. J running the floor. I got transition scores. I got half court offense. I got everything you want in the basketball team. On top of that, I want y'all to listen to this. I got Wilt and Kareem together. Together.
What about the POA defense?
There's 94 feet of hardwood that we're just running on. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of spacing. That's a lot of spacing. So it's simple as that. You know what I'm saying?
Because remember, Ron, we live in
Embiid and LeBron versus Wilt and Bill Russell. Oh boy.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Wilt and Kareem.
Yes.
It could work. I mean, we saw the Rockets with double big lineup. It could work.
I think Ox would have a much better team in the non-3-point era.
I don't care what era we're playing in, Pin. We're rebounding and running.
Rebounding transcends eras. Rebounding.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got to rebound no matter where you shoot the ball from.
Hey man, we're gonna see Embiid. Like I didn't know they made him like this.
It's actually the other way around.
Made him like
No,
what?
it's not.
Yeah,
Made him like what? Made him
Let's
like
have
made
a
him
real
like
conversation.
Like,
Like, he's just as tall as me and can really shoot.
I didn't know this dude was that fast.
Wait, what do you mean? Bink?
Wait, hold on.
What do you mean? Bink? 7 feet 1.
First and foremost, there is no bink with Embiid.
Joel can't keep up with Will in swiping.
Keep up.
Joel can't run with Will Chamberlain.
Yeah, that's objective.
Which Kareem did you take
close
again? 76.
76. The one that just got
Cranky, old cranky.
Like
27-year-old
He's only
Kareem.
been in the league
What
for
are you
8 years.
talking about?
Black and white film. Black and white film.
I want to know
But you see, Chill,
what
I
did
picked
72
these-
Kareem do to
these
hurt
dudes-
your feelings?
I picked these dudes specifically.
No, I was going to take 71 Kareem, but
Like, why not take the younger, more athletic Kareem, the better Kareem?
I wanted the Kareem I chose, not the Kareem you think I should have chose. I picked the guys that I wanted because my team is gonna rebound and run.
Was that the year? Was that the year Kareem averaged the most rebounds? Just out of
Yeah,
curiosity.
I forgot 72 Kareem couldn't run. My bad.
I think he was.
All right, well, next time we do this, make sure you pick 72 Kareem. All right,
14.
we got.
I'm gonna check if 76
done.
Kareem was the year he averaged the most rebounds. Then it will add up.
But yeah, I'm done though, Ron. That's all I wanted to say is rebound.
It was by 0.3 rebounds.
Mhm.
So.
We're,
Oh
we're just playing basketball, man. We're definitely not putting Paul Pierce at the 5. I know that.
I mean, why not? Why not?
Just
double the post.
Just by
Just
the
double
way,
the post.
among all MVPs,
at the 5. You know what I'm
among
saying?
all MVPs through NBA and ABA history, 72 Kareem has the most win shares of any of them. Just want to throw that out there.
Let's just add up all our team's win shares and see who has the best
We
team.
just,
That would be me.
Who's number 2 on that list, man?
What I wanted to make sure
71 Kareem.
what I wanted to make
Who's
sure I
number 3?
did was just got nothing but dogs.
67
I just
Will.
wanted to make sure I had
Jokic?
nothing but straight
No, Wilt.
animals, just straight dogs. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm?
That's all I wanted.
It's Kareem, Wilt, Michael, Oscar, Michael,
It's what?
Wilt.
Who's at the top?
Kareem?
Kareem.
72
Who-
Kareem.
who's
If I go by win shares, fuck win
All
shares.
my players, right? Wilt, Kareem, Oscar.
No. Okay. If I go by win shares, if I go by win,
88 Jordan. Maybe that's that decent.
no. If I go by win shares by 40 per 48, which evens out, games played and minutes played and stuff, it's 72 Kareem, 71 Kareem, 13 LeBron, 91 Jordan, 09 LeBron, 16 Steph, 96 Jordan, 25 Shea, 88 Jordan, 21 Jokic, and 2010 LeBron. That's your top.
I'm just
I
saying.
feel like Jokic will be higher.
win shares by 48.
On top of that, Chill, you got to think about that. When I put Oscar and Kareem in the pick and roll, when I put Bob Cousy and Wilt in the pick and roll, it's just
You want to know where your number 4 pick was?
And that was third, and by the way, that was
third
30
from the bottom. The only players.
It's just really simple basketball. It's basketball. It's things that we can't see in win shares and in charts and stuff. We just talking straight hoop, just straight dogs. We rebounding and running, and we could live and die with that. I'm always good. When we rebound and run, I could live and die with it.
I'm a Bob Cousy hater for sure. I just don't think he
Why?
deserves.
Why is
I don't think he deserves.
Why is the Houdini of the hardwood? What's your issue?
Because
With
he
it?
don't know ball. That's why.
96 and still got haters.
What's the deal? Yeah, he's still alive too, man. He's the only one
Oh
alive.
my God, damn! Let the man live.
From them Celtics teams, but not Swipe. I'm sorry, Penn. What's your issue with Bob Cousy?
I just don't like how he was covered. I don't like how they tried to diminish the greatness of Bill Russell at that time and try to say that Bob Cousy was this great player. I don't think Bob Cousy was ever the best player in the NBA ever. Not even close. He was never the best player on his own team.
You hate Bob Cousy because the media glazed him?
That's the same reason I don't like Caitlin Clark. You got a problem with it?
Don't like
I have the
Caitlin
problem
Clark?
with you disliking.
Yeah, I don't like Caitlin Clark.
That's other people
that's
treat them. I have a
crazy
problem
reason.
with
Yeah.
That's a great reason.
Yes, I have a problem
So
with you
because of other
disliking the
people's opinion,
individual
you're going to have
because
them shape
outside
your opinion on
individuals treat
somebody?
them a way you
That's
don't
crazy.
like. I have a problem with
Even
it.
though-
I don't
think it's
like
all
the
reason.
coverage of it, bro. I think
We're
they're
talking about her
overrated.
as an individual
Yeah,
person
but
and
you
player.
said
It's
you
not
hate-
like
you
her.
don't like
Yeah,
Caitlin
all
Clark.
other
I don't
people.
like players who get overrated for no goddamn
Shea?
reason.
Why can't
Shea
you?
is
Why
not
can't you just
overrated.
rate him
Shea is not
accurately?
You
overrated.
said he
It's
was better
under-
than Kobe before he did anything. How
I
is that
never said-
overrated?
I put him in the Kobe conversations. I didn't say he was better than Kobe.
So,
But wait,
when he's
so
doing
other
overrated,
people's
overrated,
opinions
right.
shape your opinion about a person that is not speaking for themselves. It's just crazy.
It's okay. I mean, swipe it.
Yeah, the players can't control. The players can't control how they're being coverage. You can only judge them like how they're on
a
the
weird
court.
reason to.
And on top of that, at that time when Bob Cousy was running around, it was a very white league. That's number one. And number two, Bob Cousy was playing on a team with a bunch of guys who were less than him, and they were the best team in the league. And when he got Russell, they covered Russell. It wasn't like they didn't cover Russell like Russell wasn't awesome. No, they 100% covered Russell like they wasn't awesome. In fact, it was Bob Cousy who told the media more and more as time went on how awesome Russell was. Why we're winning championships is because of Russell. That was Bob Cousy doing that. It wasn't
Brett Auerbach wasn't doing that.
Brett Auerbach was doing it too, but Bob Cousy was doing it as well. So it wasn't like the media was just covering Bob Cousy, telling him to be quiet about Russell. No, he was telling everybody, this is the reason why we win in championships. As good as I am, when we get this guy, forget it. It's over. Now
there's also a lot of reasons why people didn't want to give Bill Russell his credit, and most of it had nothing to do with Bob. It's called segregation. It's called racism. Like, it's called 1960s. There's this crazy athlete from San Francisco, and then all of a sudden he comes to the NBA. He's the best player in the world. It's like, yeah, I don't think we're ready to say that the best player in the world is a black man. Matter of fact, Boston fans, let's put feces in Bill Russell's house, or make it extremely difficult for him to buy a house in Boston, and then treat him like crap, call him the N-word while he's playing the game. It probably has more to do with that than it has to do with Bob Cousy.
Okay, here's my point. I think, Swiper, hopefully you'll agree with this. I don't like reverse engineering greatness to fit a narrative. Okay, let me give you an example. This Caitlin Clark Angel Reese thing, right? Obviously, the minute these two flared up with that, put a ring on it, that moment catapulted women's basketball into a viral sensation, right? Everyone was talking about it. A lot of people who never watch women's basketball, suddenly they go in and they anoint Caitlin Clark this great player because they have to validate all the attention she's getting. I want to let you know, in that moment, Angel Reese was already a big deal. She already had 2 million followers. So if Angel Reese is a nobody, Caitlin Clark getting this shit happen to her by nobody doesn't do anything. But what happens when a million people,
player in her own right, though?
She was not the best player in her own class. Paige Beckers was a better player in college. I'm not talking about Angel Reese. I'm talking about Caitlin.
Yeah,
Caitlin
coming into college, all 5 of them. There's Paige. It was Angel. It was Camilla. It was Cameron Brink, and then it was Caitlin. If I didn't say Caitlin, there's 5 of them. They were all the top. They were the top 5 players coming into the class. By the time
Paige was decidedly the number one player.
But the issue is that what happened, and Ox speaks to the, I'm not trying to say Penn doesn't watch them. I'm saying that, like, I know Ox also watches NCAA women's. I watch a lot of NCAA women's. The first 2 years, Penn, tell me I'm wrong, Caitlin was cooking. But what happened was, when she got to her junior year and she started having more national games, that's when the conversation flipped about Caitlin being who she was. And then you had the Angel Reese moment, all this stuff, and Angel was great in her own right, and then it exploded and became this dialogue about, like, racism and Angel and Caitlin, are they enemies?
Even outside of that, though, regardless of the coverage she was getting, whether they were over covering her or not, Caitlin Clark
was crazy.
She had a case to be the best women's basketball player ever. I'm not saying she is, because I don't even want to get into that. She has a case as the best women's basketball player.
I don't know if you noticed, but she's the
all she doesn't. Scorer.
Yes,
as a basketball player. Hold on, we're almost done. Mark. But no, again, I want to be clear about this.
Candace Parker.
I want to be clear about this for the audience.
That's why I didn't say she's the best.
Right.
I said she has a case.
I want to be clear for the audience. Most of us up here believe Cheryl Miller, Diana Taurasi, Maya Moore, Candace Parker, Elena Deladon, Brianna Stewart. Like, we think those are the cream de la cream of NCAA women's. But Caitlin, what she was doing, how she was getting her points, the playmaking, we had never seen her play anyone play that way. Never. And Paige, remember, Paige was the best player, Ron, for the first 2 years until she got hurt.
And she's best player right now.
No, I don't even want to say that. Sophomore year, Caitlin Clark had a better sophomore year than Paige.
No, she was cooking. I'm saying she was cooking. She was cooking.
Paige went to UConn. Chill, you muted. Paige just went to UConn. You guys do know if Caitlin Clark would have went to South Carolina and won a national title, we will be talking completely different.
But Penn, what it sounds, Penn, like Caitlin Clark was manufactured.
She was
By the media.
manufactured.
No, she wasn't.
Yes, she was.
Right,
Yes,
no,
she
was
was,
not.
bro.
Number
Yes,
one.
she was.
No,
Y'all talking
number
about
one.
her? She came in and
Number one,
saved the
she was the best
WNBA.
player.
No, she did not.
Number one,
How
she
she
was the best
wait,
player.
wait, chill. Hold on, chill. Wait a minute. Did Magic Johnson and Larry Bird revolutionize what the NBA was?
100%.
Yes. Caitlin Clark, even though she's
wasn't
not the
hype,
best
man.
player in the world,
It wasn't.
even though she wasn't clearly the best player in NCAA when she was playing, because up and down with other people, she was still the face of the sport. She's one of the most recognizable basketball players in the world.
And it's not,
what do you mean why? Because of the way she plays, dog. She's cold.
No. Hold on. Why? Y'all want to? This is what I talk about, the reverse engineering bullshit, bro. There's a
Reverse
reason for
engineering
everything.
people who watch.
It's reverse
People who watch
engineering
her.
bullshit. It is reverse engineering bullshit because let's be real. Y'all want to categorize three-point shooting and deep three-point shooting as the greatest thing ever, but you don't want to talk about rebounds as the
We do
greatest
that
thing
every
ever.
day when we talk about the NBA. In fact,
that's not all she does, though, Pin.
What's going on?
So crazy.
That's not all
Paige
she does.
Beckers is a better basketball player, but she's not a mega star now, is she?
They're not the same player.
She's not a mega star.
They're
is
not
she?
the same player, dog. That's the way the NBA works.
It's not
John
Caitlyn's
Morant gets
fault.
more views than Jokic does. What does
Caitlyn-
that mean?
Real quick though, it's not Caitlin's fault that Paige got hurt, man. Like that's not
Yo,
Caitlin's
I
fault.
understand what
You know
you're
what I'm saying?
saying.
So
about-
that's what I'm saying. It's not Caitlin's fault that Paige got hurt, bro.
As a rookie, Paige is starting in the All-Star game. What? I don't understand the point that you're
Which
making.
I said she would going into the year, by the way.
Paige is
And Angel
getting the
Reese, a
recognition
two-time
she
All-Star.
deserves.
Y'all not talking about her like that, though, right?
We are talking about
Paige
her.
Beckers is with her.
They don't just hand those
What
things
does that
out.
mean?
What I'm trying to tell you is when you got a favorite, you prop up that favorite, right?
100%.
And you look up for reasons to prop up that favorite.
This man,
So
you don't prop up
hold
Scotty Barnes in
hold
conversation you don't belong in
Keep going. Keep
because you
going.
like him.
I like Scotty Barnes. I don't ever deny
Because you
that.
like him, but that's what people do when they like people. People like Caitlyn. Kids love watching Caitlyn play. That's why she's hyped. People love watching her.
And swipe it to your point.
Bro.
If you like somebody, that's great. But when you put them in conversations, you have to substantiate that. Substantiate that with Caitlin Clark. First and foremost, when she came into the league, she was the best player in the Big Ten, which is a big-time league in college basketball. It's number
Big
one.
Ten.
Bro.
She was the best player in the nation.
Right.
The variables of Caitlin Clark's ascent have nothing to do with basketball. Okay, it has very, very much to do with the manufacturing of value. Let me put it on this. We typically can value basketball from a lot of different perspectives. Hold on, we can value winning. Hold on, chill. You
Best
big
scorer,
accolades
best
guy.
scorer ever.
You big. Please. Yeah. I don't remember Allen Iverson
we're
being
not
considered better than Magic Johnson because he was scoring more points.
College
My point
basketball.
is,
Do you know
y'all
the
reverse-
hype? Do you know the hype that Allen Iverson got when he came into the NBA? On top of that, Allen Iverson didn't break the NCAA scoring record for men and women. He didn't set assist records while doing that. He didn't score the most points ever in NCAA tournament history. Caitlin Clark did things like that. He didn't take the Georgetown Bulldogs to back-to-back national title games. Oh, and by the way, the Georgetown Bulldogs were the Georgetown Hoyas. They were. That was a prominent college. She took Iowa to the national championship twice.
That's what you're
Come
making.
on,
I mean, Kate Morgan was on the team.
What was LSU?
Yeah, no, they had
hoops
a,
on the
they're a
women's
decent
side?
team. No, nobody's disrespecting them. Kate Martin too. Yeah, Kate Martin.
It's still
Kate Martin.
still
You mean Kate
Iowa
Martin.
though.
No,
Yeah.
I say Kate.
What I'm saying is when it comes down.
Can I just jump in real quick because I just
ahead.
want to just say I think there's a lot of validity to everything y'all are saying. Like I would say I agree to a certain extent with what Penn is saying as far as Caitlin Clark got hyped up. I think Caitlin Clark got hyped up a lot, but I think she deserves a lot of the hype though. Like hey, chill. She's worth the price of admission. 100%. She's worth the price of admission.
She's not a gimmick.
She's an exciting basketball player.
Right.
I do think the media took an opportunity to hype it up because it was selling selling tickets and they wanted to bring the WNBA into a bigger spotlight. I think there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's just the way sports are. We want to ride the entertainment wave, and that's cool. I also do acknowledge that Paige Beckers was the one coming in, and there was a big draft class, including Haley Van Lith. There was a lot of them.
Baylor was in that class.
It just so happened that Paige got hurt, so somebody had to step in there, and Caitlin Clark did that, yo. So all I'm saying, Penn, is that I see where you're coming from, but I don't think it's fair to hate Caitlin because people love her. You know what I'm saying?
Wait,
Like,
was Maya Moore being
I
gassed because she got a Jumpman shoe? She was the first woman ever with a signature shoe from Jordan.
And
No.
well,
Was she being gassed because of that?
I think Maya Moore. I think a lot of see what Maya Moore got was that UConn stimulus package, but Maya Moore was a dog.
She was the best player in the world.
She deserved all of it. So you know what I'm saying? I think there's validity to everything y'all are saying, but I don't think it's so much. Oh, you're wrong. You're right. You're wrong. You know, I think there's a lot of validity.
I don't like the fact that like people. You can't just say she's all hyped though. That's just not true.
Yeah. My last statement.
That's not what he's saying.
My very last point is that Caitlin Clark is not the best thing we've ever seen. Like I think, and that was my whole point last year. A lot of people was upset with me. A lot of people was upset with me last year, saying I was trying to gatekeep the WNBA because I kept saying that this ain't nothing new. Like Cheryl Swoops exists. You know what I'm saying? Cheryl Swoops was a baller. You know what I mean? I just think there was a lot of less coverage before, and I think now people are trying to act like this is some new thing, like women just learn how to play basketball. This has been going on for decades. 100%. Cynthia Cooper exists. You know what I'm saying? Tamika Holschlaw exists.
Sorry, yeah.
You know
You ain't doing this to me. I'm sorry. You're not doing this to me. I'm not doing this to you. Not you. I'm saying that like I'm saying like anybody that's trying to tell me, and it's not even exclusively Penn, that the reason why I'm talking about me, or even a couple people up here like Caitlin Clark because she's overhyped. I've been watching women's hoops since the 90s. I know who the GOATs are. I know, but I'm saying Caitlin deserved her flowers for what she brought to the NCAA, and she deserves her flowers for what she brought to the WNBA. The fact is, the WNBA is more profitable because of Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and others. That's a fact. Bro. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's nothing wrong with that.
If
that's
Angel
the way the sport goes.
Is a nobody doing this shit, that doesn't blow up.
Okay,
if Angel Reese,
she's not a nobody though. That's the point. She's Angel Reese.
And I think
there are two entities. Go ahead, Chill.
Where the divide is you telling us about engineering basically great players and manufacturing great players, which is true sometimes. They do that all the time in entertainment. When you try to turn somebody into something that they're not, come to find out they're not this. You are on the right track, Penn. You're just using the wrong person because Caitlin Clark is 100% worth the price of admission. The hype that comes behind her, she is worth all of that. She is awesome as a one-on-one player. She can shoot the long ball. Not only
she can drive, she can pass.
Is she better than Paige Becker's? Chill.
But it's not about better. The basketball has never been about that. And you know how I know that? Because the most marketable players in the league today are high flyers. Anthony Edwards more marketable than Jokic. John Morant's more marketable than Jokic. 100%. There's a bunch of players more marketable than the 7-foot Serbian who doesn't do any of that stuff. Yet most of us think he's the best player in the world. But we also understand he's not going to be on the front of 2K. He's not going to be in all the commercials. He's not going to get all the ads. He's not going to get all the views on social media because of the play style. That's just the way it works. Paige is a dog. And last point, Chill, I said she's going to be a 25-5 player this year. And people looked at me and said I was dumb because Paige is like that. But she's not going to get the love that Caitlin is because she don't play the same.
Why not?
Go ahead, Chill.
Her game's not exciting? She don't shoot the.
It's not Caitlin. I'm sorry, it's not Caitlin.
Okay, because she's not taking logo threes. What made logo threes more interesting than a crossover?
Number one, Penn. Paige coming in. Paige coming in.
Brainwashed, man.
No, we're not brainwashed.
You're telling people.
I think it's because Caitlin came first.
Women's basketball that we're brainwashed. Like you understand how you sound.
She's got the stigma of being injured. She tore up her knee, so she wasn't around nearly as much as Caitlin Clark was, who was consistently in the spotlight. And when she was in the spotlight, she was constantly doing something that we hadn't seen before. Not in a long time. I'm not going to say I hadn't seen before, but hadn't done in a long time. And while she was doing this, guess what was going on, Penn? Eyes were on the TV. And the WNBA, which has not made a dime since its inception, we need somebody like this who won Middle America, Indiana. Little girls, I look like that. So I might be able to do that. So I'm going to watch this more. And again, Caitlin Clark is not just some basketball player. She was awesome. So they weren't pushing their chips to the front of the table just for some player who can play a little bit. No, she was worth the price of admission. So when she comes in and she shows that when she's in the WNBA, that enhances the sport. Now, to Penn's point, to Swiper's point, I mean, how much bigger of a deal would SGA be if he played in New York? How much bigger of a deal would he be?
He'd be a much bigger deal.
How much bigger of a deal if he played in Miami, right? So
yeah,
and he's not necessarily.
But why though, Cho? Why?
But he's not the face of the. He's not the best player in the league. But because the market that he plays in,
Melo was a bigger deal when he played for New York than when
And
he was when he
not
played in
better than
Denver.
James.
It's
Unfortunately,
Right. He was not better
Melo,
than James.
but Melo was transcendent regardless anyway, because Melo came through the roots. He went through high school at Oak Hill, went through Syracuse, and then he was the number 3 overall pick. And him and LeBron were the story. It was the same thing with Magic and Bird. It was the same thing. They were the story coming into the draft. So they he always had press behind him. People loved Melo.
Was he not a bigger deal in New York? Was he not covered more? Was he not more national
in Denver,
news?
yes, he was. Yes, he was.
Yes, of course. And was okay. So my point is, when
though.
you play on a winning team, when you play in a bigger market, when you play in a quote unquote exciting style of basketball, it's going to elevate you a little bit, and you're going to get a lot of press, and you're going to get a lot of national TV games, and you're going to get a lot of magazine covers. And in order to justify that, additional spotlight, we are going to reverse engineer the greatness argument. Okay. So for instance, I'll give you an example. If I want to tear down Allen Iverson, I'm going to point to field goal percentage. Sure. I'm going to use that. I'm going to bring in analytics and be like, oh, well, you don't do this and you don't do that. But if I want to big him up, I'm going to talk about toughness. I'm going to talk about grit. I'm going to talk about a guy who puts it on the line. I'm going to talk about a guy who shows up in those big moments. So you see what I mean? You can tear a dude down on one side. You can bring him up on the other side. Y'all want to some people want to tear down Angel Reese and they talk about the missed free throws and this and stuff. What about the rebounds? What about the defense? What about the leadership?
She's gonna be
those are mostly casual fans, right?
She's going to be an all-pro.
My point is, if you want to make a case,
that's how
that
all of
if I want to make a real case that Angel Reese is the reason for all of this explosive growth, trust me, I could write a book about it.
But it's both of them, though.
But that's not the book. That's not the book that we're writing up here, though, right?
Who's up here?
Who's up here?
Angel Reese.
Angel Reese
was an all-star last year. She almost got Rookie of the Year. She got her own shoe. She was one of the first athletes signed to Reebok. She's been a part of she's been a part of the rebrand of the WNBA.
But she's a big
deal.
She is a big deal. And she was a big deal before Caitlin Clark.
She was a big deal when she won a deal. She was a big deal when she won a national championship.
So don't watch her and are spinning a narrative.
And by the way,
basketball.
And by the way,
not people up here.
100% Swiper. And by the way,
all this started with Cousy and Bill Russell. That's all I'm gonna say. That's the same argument.
Bill Russell was a big deal.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You get lost in this thing when you believe you're right, Penn. I'm telling you factually, the crap that happened to Bill Russell had nothing to do with Bob Cousy. Had everything to do with being raised in the 1950s, playing in Boston in the 60s.
Did I say
Boston
Bob Cousy did it?
Treated black people like garbage.
You're
mad at Bob Cousy because of racism in America.
Okay,
we get it. Let's move on. This is getting ridiculous. All right. God damn. Bob Cousy did not invent racism. You hate Bob Cousy because white people hated Bill Russell. So now you're okay. Fine, Penn. We know how your mind works. Let's move on. All right.
That's not what I said. I said I think that he is very much elevated.
Chill. That's exactly what's going on.
It's not.
That's what's happening. That's what happened.
I'm saying you're overhyping one guy to take credit away from the other guy.
Who's taking credit away from Bill Russell?
You're banking it on.
This is like Kobe haters. Haters who didn't like Kobe want to say Shaq Carey.
Hold on, chill.
Do.
Anybody up here that has Bill Russell top 10, including myself, have we mentioned Bob Cousy in any way, shape, or form at all in his resume or legacy?
Oh my God!
So I just needed to know. I know for damn sure Mars doesn't. Mars trolls Bill Russell all the time. Says he's best of all time. You might believe it. Chill got him top 10. Ox believes in him. I believe in him. I've never brought up Bob Cousy talking about Bill Russell. Ever.
But and on top of that, I know we got to
fall for drafting him.
And I know we got to move on. Ron, but it wasn't Bob Cousy. It wasn't Bob Cousy who the media just manufactured because of that. No, Bob Cousy was the one who was bigging up Bill Russell. Bob Cousy was the one who was telling the media that you need to talk about this guy more. The reason why we are as awesome as we are is because of this guy. The reason why we're doing what we're doing is because of this guy. Before we got him, we were a good team. Now that we got him, he's awesome. But it didn't resonate, not because of Bob Cousy. It didn't resonate because it was 1962, and I couldn't drink at a water fountain that the white person drank at. That's why.
Come on, we didn't have the Civil Rights Act passed in 64, and then you had the Voting Rights Act in 65. That was the era we were living in. The March on Washington was in 63. Like, what are we doing? Kennedy was assassinated in 62. What are we doing? Like, what are we talking about? Like, that was the world was different. Yes, they hated Bill Russell.
He was
Yo,
respectfully to the
here's the
platform.
point.
First
Here's
time
what's
I'll ever say
happening.
this on the platform, and last time he was a nigga in 1960.
That's it.
That's all it was.
Ball
Move
player, he
on.
wasn't smart.
Move on, Ron. Golly.
That's what he was.
All right, y'all. And I do just want to put this out there. Caitlin Clark has had a better season than Paige Beckers is having right now. And if she was a rookie right now, she would have won Rookie of the Year, by the way. But let's go ahead and continue to progress the show. We'll get to the crunch time chats in about 10 minutes. But before we do that, Akil, please step to the forefront.
I got you.
You have a top 10 list of all time.
I do.
Is Bob Cousy on there?
He might be around 11, 12, you know. Maybe.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, that's what's up.
let's go ahead and hear your top 10 players.
All right, I got Bob at 1. I got LeBron at 2.
Anyway,
No. Okay, but I got LeBron at 1. I know that could be a hot take. It could not be. I got MJ at 2, Kareem at 3, Magic at 4, Kobe at 5, Larry Bird at 6, Tim Duncan at 7, Hakeem at 8, Shaq at 9, and then Steph Curry at 10. And
no, Arvydas Sabonis.
He was on the cusp. He's on the cusp. And I know what people are gonna say. You know, Will Chamberlain, Bill Russell, and all the points you guys just made. From my own personal list, 1970 and beyond, I kind of view that as its own tier in a way, where it's kind of hard to judge them compared to modern time NBA. So you could put him on there. I'm not going to hate on that for any reason. But for my top 10, I have him out. And how I kind of judged it was peak dominance. That was like my number one criteria. Accolades, longevity, and then the winning and legacy impact.
So with Magic, because again, it's hard to judge Chamberlain and Russell in terms of their era, but you could judge Magic in terms of peak dominance. Okay, where's the separation? Because that was 40 years ago, by the way. Yeah, that was 40 years ago. I was around. I'm pretty confident you were not.
I was not. I was born 2000.
Yeah.
From you're talking about from Magic and Wilt?
Yeah. So if you could judge Magic on peak dominance, but you can't judge Wilt, who was, by the way, in a league where there were less teams, which means I had to see the tougher competition way more than I have to do now. And Magic, who again, 40 years ago, his peak dominance, and Magic was awesome. 87 Magic, one of the best players I've ever seen in my life, by the way. How are you able to judge that and not judge Wilt Chamberlain, who as a rookie shows up into the league and wins the league MVP and the Rookie of the Year? Like, how were you able to do that? Is because you didn't see film? Is that what it was?
Well, I mean, the only thing I can kind of go off is from highlights on YouTube. That's literally all I know.
Sure.
But from doing a little bit of my own research, reading all-time list, what everyone has in consensus top 5, top 6 all time, and seeing that him and Larry Bird kind of came up together to save the NBA in the 1980s. That's why I have Larry Bird on here as well. It fits one of my criteria, which is the overall impact of the NBA. So because of that reason, I have him so high, but that's only part of the reason. I also thought that he has the accolades, right? 3-time MVP, 5-time NBA championship. That couple of players have that resume. You got LeBron, MJ, but not many people have.
Chamberlain.
You do have Chamberlain as well. Chamberlain has 5 championships.
Chamberlain's got 4. Russell, no,
4
MVPs, not championships.
Yeah. Chamberlain got 4.
Okay.
Yeah, he's won 3 by the way.
Yeah, I mean, I think like the accolades kind of speak for itself. He was the number 1 guy on most or not all of the championships. I don't think Wilt was the main guy. I think Jerry West was on a couple of those. I could be wrong. I just think he was like the driving force of the Showtime Lakers. And I think the overall impact he did have, along with the peak dominance that he did have, the only knock on him and why he's not top 3, in my opinion, would be for longevity. He only played 12 years. If he played 16, 17, he could be top 3 all time, in my opinion, over Kareem.
Mars?
I want to start. I like your list. I think it's reasonable. I don't have the same criteria as you, so like we're not going to agree with the list, but I think it's consistent. I have one issue. I'm fine with you not ranking Bill and Wilt, and I think your reasoning is fine. My issue, I guess, is Kareem has 2 finals MVPs, right? 71 and 85. Kareem, the year after Kareem won his first finals MVP, Wilt Chamberlain won the finals MVP. the next year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Wilt Chamberlain was in the league at the same time as Kareem and
Yeah.
was a dominant player at
Still
that
playing
time.
at a high level.
Was a top 5 player
Yeah.
on the planet.
Mhm.
So how can you logically exclude Wilt because his era is questionable, but then
Yeah.
have Kareem at 3? That's the disconnect I have.
Yeah. No, I get where you're coming from, and because they did overlap.
And by the way,
I think it's
Chamberlain
because
played 14 years too, by the way.
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, the last couple of years, I think I don't have the stats in front of me, but was it
He
kind
was
of like a
still
shelf
awesome.
and stuff?
No, he
He
was
was
still
awesome.
awesome.
He was one of the best defenders in the sport, but he
Mhm.
took a step
Yeah.
down offensively. He wasn't the go-to scorer anymore.
I think why I have Kareem and not Will or Bill on there is because Kareem played the entire 80s and I think 1990
But
as
that
well.
Kareem was
89 was his last
Kareem-
season.
From 80
because by
from
your own
80
admission, Magic Johnson was the driving force
He
of
was,
that
but from-
80s
from-
dynasty. So why would
True.
he be third if he wasn't
True.
even the best player on the
I think-
team in that decade?
I think for Will Chamberlain not being on this list, he played in the 60s and
Yes.
from that era, I think there was like 8 to 10 teams in the league. So all those accolades that he did accomplish in the 60s, same with Bill Russell, I feel like it is a little bit magnified because like who else is going to get those accolades if there's only so many players in the league? So it has to go to the best player, and like how much better are you compared to the second or third best player with only 100 players in the league? When you put Kareem in there, he's competing with a lot more players, maybe not the 70s, but definitely in the 80s. And I'm pretty sure he made a lot of all NBA, all defensive, all star teams in the 80s as well. So I think his longevity, like my two biggest are Pete dominance and longevity. So he's at the top of the list for those two criteria. And the only reason, because Wilt is up there as well for the Pete dominance and longevity as well. But like I mentioned, his accolades, I feel like it's a product of this era. Like I mentioned, it's because there weren't as many players in the NBA at that time.
My issue is more than half of Kareem's career, he was playing with like 17 to 20 teams. So it was still way less than we have today. But
That's true.
in making the case for Magic, yeah, I know it wasn't 8 teams. I'm with you. I want to make it clear. I'm not saying you should put Bill and Will on the list. I'm fine with you excluding them based on your criteria. My issue is when making the case for Magic 5 minutes ago, you said he was the driving force of the dynasty in the 80s. He was the best player on that team, all of that stuff. But then you'll put Kareem above him, even though you're saying for half of Kareem's career, he wasn't even the driving force of most of his success. Most of his championship success, you're saying came with Magic Johnson being the driving force. And the era in which he had the individual success, the MVPs, the finals MVP in 71, etc., that's an era that he overlapped with Wilt Chamberlain in that era, and it had less teams. So I feel like we're giving Kareem longevity praise. That like have Kareem on the list, I'm fine with that. I just feel like 3 doesn't add up with everything you're saying about the era stuff. Like maybe Kareem should be like 8 or something if you don't value the era. That's what I'm trying to say.
Kill, where you went wrong. I'm gonna tell you where you went wrong. You should have just put Kareem 1, and you would have been all right.
No, I can't have a conversation. No.
What are you doing?
Well, so when I mean by Magic as a driving force, I kind of feel like Magic and Kareem are more like Kobe and Shaq. Whereas like Shaq was a driving force, but it wasn't like Kobe was a slouch. Like he was literally
Kareem was still a very good player, of course.
He was still like a huge contributing factor to that team, right? So I think he wasn't a person who was just like getting carried to those championship rings or anything like that. I think you could say Magic was the best player, but in any given night, Kareem could be the best player, even in those championship runs.
Kareem was the best player. The difference was that
the
difference was Magic was winning Finals MVP, so automatically Magic was the best player.
Yeah.
Which wasn't true. That's not what.
Yeah. So like,
Kareem definitely wasn't the best player on the team for the last 3 championships. He definitely was.
Let's see. So in
there's an argument for it because he
88, 87, and 85.
He was not 87. No. 88.
Yeah,
he was over. 87. In fact, that's when it got.
But like, I'm fine. 1980, 1982. I'm fine with that.
Yes.
So, but still, I mean, he has 7 more years after that. And he's not.
You have the argument of Wilt Chamberlain and Kareem being in the same league the entire 70s. But I think what separates me is because there's so much more talent in the 80s and more competition. And he played the entire 80s. I think that kind of elevated me over putting him on.
Also,
I just feel like 3 is a bit of a reach when he wasn't the best player in the league in the 80s for very long.
I mean,
like maybe 2 years he was the best player in the league in the 80s.
You know, apples and oranges. Like it's not definitive that Kareem's better than Magic. Like you can change him anything really. You're like we're like picking hairs at this point.
The correct answer
I feel you.
is that in the 70s, he was so much more awesome than everybody else. And to Mars's point, Mars talking about Chamberlain. Well, Chamberlain barely played. Chamberlain retired in 73. So so with Chamberlain leaving only 3 years into the decade. Meanwhile, Jabbar was there the entire decade. Even though Chamberlain was still awesome, he was there the entire decade and completely dominated the entire decade. On top of him dominating the entire decade, he still was dominant in the 80s up until about 83, maybe 84. He was still dominant at that point. So the longevity, the longevity that you talk about when you talk about Magic, the longevity that you talk about, Jabbar was still awesome. Now he wasn't 30, he wasn't 31 and 16 awesome, but he still was a top 5 player in 1984.
But what I'm saying, like,
I know what you're saying, no, Mars.
He played from 70 to 89, but I think even Akil would agree. From like 86 to 89, we're not even talking about an all-time player.
85, Mars.
I mean, wait, no, hold on.
No, like he was still. I'm saying all-time player, Ron, not
from 85 to 89.
All-time, Ron.
Just hear me out. Just hear me out.
I'm listening.
In 86, who was running around in the league? Who were the best players in 86?
So
MJ, Magic,
LeBron, Magic,
Hakeem.
Who are the best centers in the league? Who's the best centers in the league?
Ralph Sampson,
Hakeem, Kareem,
Jabbar, Moses Malone.
Was
still
Patrick there in 86?
He
hadn't got there in 86.
That was his rookie.
Ewing was there, but I thought it was his first year in the league.
Would you say that was a weak center year?
No. It was good. It wasn't.
What year?
It wasn't the 90s. The 90s took a step up.
So the only reason why I still say he might not have been his best version, but the reason why I still say he was all-time great, in 86, Kareem was first team All-NBA. And that's why I'm asking about the center competition. He was first team All-NBA, and he was in the MVP conversation. Fifth, yes, but he was still in the MVP conversation, partially because of his team. But at the same time, he was a large reason why his team was that good. So maybe all-time great? No, but he was still kicking. And he was kicking.
He was still a good player. I think he clearly wasn't the best center in the NBA anymore, but he did outplay Hakeem in the series. Hakeem, to me, was the best center in the league. But he wasn't playing at that all-time
88,
level.
89.
That's what I'm saying.
Even in like 87, 88, 89, he was still making all-star teams. Granted, it could be like team success, whatever, but he was still like top 10, top 15 player of all time, like in the league during that time.
Kobe made all-star teams in 2016.
Even in the last couple of years.
But I mean, point is, like,
I don't
the
think
first few years. So you got he came in 69-70, and he overlapped with Wilt from 69-70 to 1973. So what I'm saying is, you got those 4 years where he's overlapping with Wilt at the same time. Then you've got the years in between that, from 74 to 85, where Kareem is still one of the best players. But really, best in the world level is really 74 to like 81. Best in the world.
Which
level.
is
So that's
7
7
years stretch.
Yeah, really long
That's
time,
a
by the way. I'm
huge
not dismissing that. Yeah, I'm with you. Really long time. Then you got 82 to 85, top 5 level player. So that's still really good. We're now looking at 10, 11 years, top 5 level player. I'm fine with that. And then you've got the later years where he's still a really good player, but not the same level. I'm saying once you break his career up like that, he doesn't have a major longevity gap over Magic, especially when you don't value the 70s as much as you do the 80s. When you factor in the 80s was more competition, more teams, the 70s, I'm not saying you should view it this way, but the 70s was viewed as a worse era than the 60s because of the ABA stuff, because of everything that was going around the league. The 60s was viewed as better basketball. Now, you don't have to agree with that once again, but that's how it was viewed. So we've got about 11, 12 years of Kareem being a top 5 level player. And then you've got Magic having 11, 12 years of him being a top 5 level player. And he's doing it in the better decade, in your opinion, with Kareem on his team. With Magic being a better player for most of that time. I just feel like 3 is a bit of a stretch. That's what I'm saying.
No, I get that. So, I mean, longevity and consistency, I mean, if anything, that could be a wash. But, like, where Kareem beats Magic would be the accolades, right? He is, like, the ultimate winner. I know people say Bill Russell or Michael Jordan, 16 or whatever. But as far as, like, winning, I feel like Kareem is up there. And he's won more than Magic. So I think that kind of separates him from Magic. Granted, you could say he did play in a weaker, like, 70s compared to 80s, so it might have been easier to win a championship. You can say that. But at the end, he still won more championships, and he still has more accolades than Magic.
Okay, I feel you. I wasn't trying.
Real quick. Let me just.
Okay,
let me finish real quick.
Okay. And I was gonna say, as far like one of my other criteria was the impact overall. Kareem was like the ultimate scorer, right? You can just throw it to the post, he'll make a sky hook, which nobody could stop. So I think impact wise, accolade wise, longevity, if anything, it could be a wash. Peak dominance, it could be a wash. But I think those two is kind of what separates.
I think Mars is short.
Magic saved the NBA. But...
I do want to say, Akil.
That's true. That's true as well.
You might want to scrap this whole entire list because you may not know this.
Boy, Pippen.
That's not what I'm saying, Mars. Okay. You might not know this, Akil, but actually, me and you have the same exact list, just switched around a little bit, and I don't have Steph. But all your top nine. Your top nine are all my top nine, except for just rearrange a little bit. So you might want to scrap this list, bro.
And you said he don't know.
I think for the most part,
and I don't know. I got.
And you said he don't know.
You might want to.
I think for the most part, everyone has like the same top 10 players, just like in a different order.
You'd be
the only people you can really substitute would be Bill Russell and Will Chamberlain, and take out Steph Curry or.
There's someone else I could substitute. You're gonna find out in about 6 weeks.
Who? Kevin Durant, Big O.
There's someone else. You'll find out in 6 weeks if you follow Monster Sports on YouTube.
Could be Jokic, could be Giannis. But yeah, I mean, I think everyone has the same players, just in a different order. So it's like, which criteria are you really following? It's all opinion based.
I do want to say one reason why I admire Kareem so much and Kobe Bryant is because they played in the span that they played. I'll just start with Kareem. Wilt Chamberlain got it. And all of those guys from the 60s that lapped over into the 70s, they got it. Throughout the 70s, all of them guys got it. We get to the 80s. Jordan felt it. Larry Bird caught the work.
Moses.
Hakeem,
Moses gave him the work.
But, I mean, he gave Moses work too. He did. Moses busted his ass in the finals. I ain't gonna argue that point, Paul. Yes, Moses did. But he gave Moses work too.
For Kareem, all the guys in the 90s, for the most part, Karl Malone, all them greats, they caught it in the 90s. All the greats from the 60s caught it. 70s and 80s, they caught it. Same thing with Kobe. Jordan felt the work. Pippen felt the work. Magic, not really, but you know. And then you go into the 2000s, all of them guys. And then you got the guys from the 2010s, Dirk, Bron, D Wade, Steph. Like I admire their longevity, how everybody in there caught so much work from both of them guys. So shout out to Kobe and shout out to Kareem. But we are in the segment for Crunch Time Chats. Let's go ahead and get into it. Appreciate everybody that sent through Super Chats. Appreciate everybody that's liked the video, subscribed, became a member, all of that. Salute to you guys. Let's start with a couple members chats. One from Styles Black. Styles Black said the best/favorite games of the 2025 season. That Spurs versus Knicks was one of my faves. Wemby versus Cat, that game was heat, was fire. Then Cat got into foul trouble and Mikal went insane.
That Sacramento, Minnesota.
That was the Christmas game, right?
I think.
Yeah, it was a Christmas game. Yeah,
that game was amazing.
That Lakers Warriors on Christmas, I think that was like the best game in my opinion. I don't know if y'all remember that one.
Yeah, I do. Big market game. Wemby, Cat. I mean, personally, the Jokic Timberwolves game, that was a great game. The Suns game where he had the 31, 22, whatever, 21.
Shout out Westbrook for the layup.
SGA, the Detroit game. Was that Detroit? In Detroit? I think.
Oh, the 48?
Yeah. That was crazy.
What about that Detroit versus Charlotte game? It was early in the season. The buzzer beater.
I don't remember. I don't remember that one. I don't remember that one.
That game was tough.
The Bulls Lakers. Kobe White and Josh Giddey. Yeah, Kobe White.
Shout out Josh Giddey.
What else was another great game this year, Ron?
Minnesota, Sacramento. That was one of my favorite.
Minnesota, Sacramento.
The Suns and Jazz had a really good game this year.
Yeah.
The Jazz Lakers game too. The one where Luka was dead asleep, and I think John Collins made that that layup. That was a funny moment.
Wow, I remember that game.
The Clippers Warriors
right now.
Clippers Warriors.
Which game was that? You
remember the
Jazz Lakers.
The Dallas Jazz game when Jordan Clarkson basically threw the ball right behind Luka's head for the buzzer beater.
Oh my God, I remember that.
Yeah,
for the John Collins dunk.
Yeah. He looking right at John Collins like this dude.
I think we spoke about that for like 30 minutes the next
like,
day.
Longer than 30 minutes. I was losing it that day. I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
The chat hated me that day.
Yeah, Clippers Warriors end of the year. Yeah, that was a great game.
I think Denver, Oklahoma had a good game. I forgot when they played though.
There was the one where the Russ game. He had 29, 6 and 6. I think that game. That was the second game of the year.
I think that's why that's my favorite. Could be.
All right, y'all.
Wait, hold on. Last one. Mars. Cleveland, Boston when they were down like 25-3.
Oh yeah.
And Darius Garland went nuts in the fourth quarter.
I was so heated with the
That was a great game.
Ridiculous, yeah.
I was heated with the dudes. I was like,
because I thought that game was over in the first quarter. It was ridiculous.
Break, yo.
That was a great game.
Hey.
All right, Ben Shelley sent through another members chat and said, "What's everyone's favorite iconic but forgotten shot?" Mine's is Paul Pierce, Game 5, Eastern Conference Finals over LeBron. Forgotten mainly because of Game 6, LeBron. Iconic shots.
Oh, Jordan in '89.
I think
against the Cavs to win the series.
Tony Parker had one in I think 2013, where he like fell to his knees and then got back up on LeBron and then banked it in from the mid range.
It's either that one or Stockton in '97 when in West Finals
against Houston.
Against Houston, yeah. That shit happened so fast. I was floored for a second. Like, did he just hit that? That's the game. Game's over. Because it happened so fast, yo. I was like, oh shit, game's over. Jazz going to the finals. Wow.
The best game forgotten shot. I mean,
I think we're talking about forgotten.
Yeah, T-Mac LeBron in 03 Christmas. That corner shot. It was the left corner in front of the bench. That's like a forgotten one. It's not one of the most important. It was a regular season game, but that was a moment for sure. Steph had the Bradley Beal one. Again, not forgotten. But remember Bradley Beal one for the steal last year. Steph caught the ball on the turnaround.
Oh, yeah.
And then made the three.
KD hit a go-ahead shot against the Grizzlies in the playoffs in like 2013 with like 10 seconds to go. They ended up winning that game. They lost the series, so ultimately it didn't really matter.
Y'all gonna hate me for this, but James in 12 in the finals when he had cramps. And he hit that go ahead.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. He banked it in, right?
Yes.
That
game is in the balance. And
2012, I think you're talking about the one against the Wizards.
No, not the bench. No, I'm talking about.
I'm talking about against Milwaukee.
I'm talking about against Oklahoma City in 2012 in the NBA Finals. He could barely walk, and he ends up knocking down that three, and it was a go-ahead shot, and they ended up winning that game. I don't think that's a shot that a lot of people talk about.
There was go ahead.
One player who I'd never ever seen any highlight reel. Granted, not the flashiest player. Chris Middleton. He's hit two like sent to overtime or game-winning threes from like 30, 35 feet out, like off the catch, 1 second left.
Last year Pacers series too.
He did last year against Pacers, and then Miami in 2021.
Quick side note,
same scenario.
Yep.
How nice was Chris Middleton? Like in your estimation, how nice was this dude?
He's a hooper.
He's
a
big game player. He's one of those players where not similar to Paul Pierce. He's one of those players where we might not talk about him in this group.
Yep.
But he's a big game player. I'm not trying to throw strays at Paul Pierce. I'm saying like when the money was on the line, when the money was on the line, Paul, he's as good as anybody. That's the point.
Hey, that's what I'm here for.
I could get with that. He had a great mid range, especially going right. Like not a lot of guys going right can knock down a 17, 18 footer.
He was so sneaky clutch. Because I remember like I think last year or 2 years ago, not to cut you off or anything, like he was bringing people like them back from multiple big deficits with like threes, corner threes.
They don't get to the finals in 21 without him because don't forget Giannis was out. And that big game 5 that he went off on. I do remember.
He was capable of dropping 30, 40. I think he had a 40-point game.
Another shot last year. Again, remember Giannis went down to try to make that three. He hadn't taken a three all game, bricked it, and then Al Horford went down in transition and made the three on the other end. Just Al Horford doing Al Horford thing.
Who did he get? Was it against the Nets? Giannis made like a step back three with like Drummond guarding him?
No, bro. No, hold on. He made one versus
I think
I remember that. Like that was ridiculous.
Last year versus the Spurs too. He made back-to-back threes versus the Spurs in Wembley to win that game too. That was another one of those.
Swipe it out. That was against Giannis. Another Al Horford moment when Giannis came through and got the dunk, and then Al Horford came through and punched it on him the next play.
When was this?
In Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Because Giannis was the one yapping at Al Horford. And Al Horford said, "All right, I got something for you."
Let me look this up.
I got something for you. No
Joel Embiid hit a game winner against Toronto in the playoffs.
Man, yeah, he did. That was his only one ever. That was a great shot, left wing, right?
It was an amazing shot. Yeah, there was an.
But wait, but then remember when Kawhi hit that game winner against them?
Yeah, we said forgotten shots.
Hey, look,
we ain't gonna do that. He said forgotten shots.
Nuggets fans, close your ears. But again, they were already up 3, I think, or 4, so it wasn't like a game-winning shot. But when Embiid to put himself from 44 to 47 points, he hit that step back over Jokic. And then he did this down the floor
that was like the MVP
or whatever.
moment.
Yeah, that was fun too.
Jordan and
Tyrese Maxey made like 2 logo threes against the Knicks last year in the playoffs.
Bro, both of them.
Like, we remember
both
that game?
of them
because they lost the series, so like it's gonna get lost to history. But Maxey did
busy
something.
against.
What do you have 36 or something for that series? For like
Joel Embiid did that
Something
airplane
like that.
thing against Toronto twice.
He did.
Not once.
First, he did it in 2019. Then they lost the series. Did it again in 2022, and then he got injured. So word to the wise, don't taunt against Toronto. I want to bring up LeBron James versus the Magic in 2009. Game 2.
I don't think that was really forgotten, but that's
remember OG against the Celtics in the bubble.
Yes, yep, I remember that one too.
Bubble game winners, Mars.
Luka against the Clippers in the bubble.
Wait, it's not.
I do want to say though that OG one is super underrated for a lot of reasons. Number one, there was like 0.5 seconds left on the clock. Number 2, Kyle Lowry, the shortest player on the basketball court, had to make a pass, an inbound pass on the opposite end of the court to OG at the corner over Taco Fall, which is insane.
He was put in the game specifically for that. He didn't play the whole game, by the way.
And Taco messed that up.
Yeah, he didn't play the whole game.
He messed that up
specifically for that. I remember that.
That was crazy.
Well, remember also too the last one, not a game with a shot, but the Bam block.
Yeah,
that was crazy. That was a crazy.
The ball was in the rim.
I know. It was like,
have you guys? Did you guys see? It was 05 maybe. Amari Stoudemire's block on Tim Duncan.
Yep, I remember that one too.
Oh my
at the rim.
God. It's like maybe look it up. I don't know. Ridiculous block.
Took the ball out the
ridiculous block.
Shout
out to Amari, man. They say Amari don't play defense.
But for me, the one that
didn't. That block was crazy.
As much like people don't talk about it. I think in '93 when Jordan hit that shot over Gerald Wilkins for the series is over.
For who?
Jordan hit that shot over Gerald Wilkins in '93 in the East semifinal.
How many final in this year? How many series clinching shots are there? There's the Kawhi one, Jokic in 2020 with Utah. Dame had the one in 14.
No, not only
14
that one.
14 and 19.
14 and 19. That's 4. And then you have the
Leonard,
Chris Paul.
Yeah,
I think Chris Paul had one.
Chris Paul was it 20?
2015
against the Spurs.
That was against the Spurs.
And then they proceeded to blow 3-1 lead.
Oh, Hallie ended the series versus the Bucks. That wasn't a buzzer beater, but it was.
But he did.
Did Hallie not have? Oh, it wasn't. You said series clinch. I was gonna say Hallie had like 4 this.
Yeah, that one don't count.
The Bucks. It was the layup. The Bucks. The
layup. Yeah, so
series is over. And the 2 with Jordan, he did it in '89 and he did it in '93.
Yep, that's 8. That's 8 of them. Steve Kerr, that was game 5.
Oh,
y'all might as
Stockton in '97.
Y'all might as well count Aaron Gordon's dunk.
No, we're not doing
that. I mean, you might as well.
That was close.
Ox, the series isn't over. Like that didn't end the series.
Nah, it was.
It went to 7 games.
That block was that dunk was demoralizing.
23. Was that the winner? The game winner?
Oh, Jalen Brunson had it this year against Detroit. I think that was what game 5.
That was just
that was game.
That didn't end the
What
series.
game was that? That was game 5. Was it game 5?
No, that was on the SAR,
right?
Yeah, he crossed the SAR.
Which game was that?
Damn, I forgot about that.
Tim Duncan miracle 3 against the Suns. Yep.
I was so pissed at that.
This wasn't the playoffs, but y'all remember that De'Aaron Fox shot in Orlando, right?
In Orlando?
Yeah. I remember that.
Well, if Ox is doing that with Aaron Gordon, if Ox is doing that with Aaron Gordon, then we doing that with Robert Horry. Because if
Ox is talking about from half court,
100%. If Ox is doing that with Aaron Gordon, we doing that with Robert Horry too.
Look at Ox.
All right, it was fun.
If he misses that shot, they go down 3-1. That series is over.
It's a fact.
Series is over. We done.
Bro, hey, hold on. Ron, was this Dame had the best one though to run out of bounds? 14.
I don't know, Swiper. Yeah, so Dame's is. I got one that's very similar.
I mean, it's crazy.
You're bringing Swiper. You're bringing back bad memories here. Okay,
I
You're
feel
bringing
like
back bad memories.
we're saying it. Oh yeah, Dame's hit 2 shots to win series. You know how crazy that is?
Yeah.
Two times you've made shots to send teams
Hard.
home.
Whoa,
Like 40 feet out. 40 feet out.
No, wait, I'm
And
sorry.
they were both
Jokic,
ridiculous shots.
Jokic has 2 actually. The Lakers game 4 in the Western Conference Finals. The runner over Anthony Davis. You know what I'm talking about? There was the
that wasn't
Jamal
to end
Murray?
the series.
Jamal Murray has
Steve
2.
Kerr?
No.
Did we
The
mention Steve Kerr
series,
97?
he drove by. He drove by AD, made the shot, and then I guess LeBron missed the one on the other end. So
Yeah, he came down the other side.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Nice way to get him in. Yeah, nice way to get him.
Well, no, he had one. He has 1, but no, Dame has 2.
Penn said Steve Kerr 1997.
That counts.
Yeah, was
right?
that
was
the
game
game
6?
series?
That was game 6. Finals. Jazz. Yeah. That ended the series.
And so we clear. This is what we talk about, Ox, when we talk about dudes being clutch. How many? And when Steve Kerr hits that shot, like what's the score? I think they up 1. If I'm not mistaken, I think they're up 1 when Steve Kerr hits that shot. It was the great Scottie Pippen who comes up with the steal at the end to ice the game. Just so we clear, that's clutch right there.
What do you consider the clutchest shot of all time?
Oh, Ray Allen.
The
Ray
clutch.
Ray Allen.
Nah, Kawhi.
I thought
Kawhi.
98.
No.
I'm sorry. That's
Ray
insane.
Allen.
No, 'cause
It's
that-
not. It's Ray Allen. It's Ray Allen. It's the NBA Finals.
98.
Toronto.
98, the jeopardy is, we go
Bro,
to game 7.
Kawhi
No.
game 7
But
is
the
clearly
steal, though,
a
the
shot
steal,
at
but
the-
Ray Allen,
Allen
if you say Kawhi,
the series
Ray
is
Allen,
over.
Ray Allen is the only one
Ray
where
Allen.
it saved the season.
Yeah.
yeah. If
But-
you say
but
Kawhi,
you could've-
they still could have won
I
it
mean,
overtime.
compare. I'm
Remember,
comparing
Toronto
Kawhi shot
and
saved the
76ers were tied.
franchise.
No, stop.
No, but they could have
Worst
still won
case
it
scenario with
overtime.
Kawhi, you go to overtime. It's not.
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
not
the
the
same.
same.
You could have won in
That's not the
overtime.
same.
Double
It's not the
overtime.
same.
It's not the same.
I don't
You
think
can
he
win
win
it
The
in
reason why I'm not
It's
throwing Kyrie
Ray
in there,
Allen
because
was
Kyrie
there
was tight.
down 3 on a offensive rebound, no look,
Yeah.
got
but
behind
Yeah.
the jeopardy is
Block it.
different. The jeopardy is
Momentum was
Yeah.
completely
Kawhi,
on
Kawhi
Sixers'
really
side.
did them a favor because he
Yeah,
gave
'cause
them
Jimmy
about
went down and made a
15 in
layup,
overtime.
right before that.
Shot.
The way Kawhi was blowing, he would have
It
gave him
has to
about
be Ray
15 in
Allen.
overtime.
I think it's
But-
Ray because
but-
down
No.
3,
Yeah, we
down
are.
3-2.
Kawhi was
There's-
gassed.
Making
There's
a
5 seconds.
three.
Only
Hold on.
So, he a
Like,
dog.
that's
Only
that's
5
a
seconds
different
left.
level of jeopardy. That's
Kawhi
different
was
level.
gassed that game. He had taken, I think, 40 shots in that game, and he had not made a lot of them. And he
But they-
explicitly said,
it's a big moment, but what I'm saying relative to the series is over, the finals is over. I think that's why that drops that. It's going in overtime if he misses that shot. That's why.
But we don't take into account that Jordan came baseline and got that steal on Malone.
Yeah, that's a huge
Okay.
deal. That's a big
Okay,
play.
hang
Yeah.
on. Are we
I did say
factoring?
clutch.
Ox, I might replace
factoring
that
in-
picture with this one. That's one of my
Are
favorite.
we
pictures ever.
factoring in number one? Like you say, okay, the shot doesn't go in, series is over, whatever. If they lose to the Sixers, they don't win a championship. Number one. Number two, I would argue. No. I would also argue that the difficulty, if you're considering the clutchest shot, I consider difficulty in that moment.
I can give it that.
Making that shot on
Backpedaling 3?
backpedaling
In
over
overtime,
Embiid and
Mars?
Ben Simmons.
For the game?
A backpedaling 3 is ridiculous.
In overtime?
Luck of the
win
draw,
game?
dog.
Whenever
It was
they-
in overtime, it was in regulation.
It's
The
in
game was
regulation.
tied. Worst case scenario, they go to overtime if he misses.
They lose.
If they
I
go to
don't
overtime,
think
there's
I
not
don't
as
think
much
it's the same
pressure.
level of jeopardy. Not to
There's not
mention,
as much pressure on
one was
people.
in the finals. Like I'm gonna be honest, one was in the
Yeah.
finals.
One was in the second round.
Matter of fact,
so-
Ron Artest's shot is bigger than that because they.
That's
they're
a
getting
dagger.
over.
That's a dagger. That's
But
a
the game,
dagger.
no, what I'm saying was
Only one team
what are
pushed
they
them
up
to 7 games. So as far as I'm
That's
concerned,
a
the Sixers
dagger's
were
not
the
gonna be
finals.
more clutch than a
No, they
game
weren't
winner
the
right now.
finals. You played the Warriors, and the Warriors were hurt. So no, like there was not the
Okay,
final
cool.
versus the Warriors.
So if Embiid was hurt, then you don't have to go to 7 games. My point is the team that you played for 7 games. Let's not pretend like the Sixers were not a championship contender that year. That was their biggest shot and their best shot.
Embiid averaged 17 points a game on 37.
Yeah,
Hey, man, we
thank
had
you,
the
Marc
flu and we
Gasol.
had knee
Thank you,
tendonitis.
Marc
Come
Gasol.
on now.
Thank
Yeah, I
you, Marc
agree. But
Gasol.
that's one of the worst series I've ever seen from
All time.
Hey, he was a monster on defense. So calm down.
All
No,
time.
all right, so
all-time
we-
defense.
He was. He was great on defense.
No.
We're about to get back to the super chat, y'all.
Embiid was bad.
Defense don't matter here because we can do it.
Embiid was bad,
Also-
but he also had a really.
As you were saying, Ron.
Ron,
as
you
you were
had the
saying.
floor.
Also, shout out to that Brandon Roy game winner against
Mhm.
Houston.
Another great one.
Very similar to Dame's.
John Paxson.
Why is that always against the Rockets? It has to be against the Rockets.
They're just the easy team.
Y'all don't play no defense. I mean, let's be honest with you. Y'all history.
There was plenty of defense. Plenty of defense.
All right, y'all. Zero just vibed and said, hands down, best factor meal ad.
Yeah, that was a great segue, Ron. I wanted to give you credit for that. I forgot to do that. That was a great
Yeah,
segue.
W host.
Yeah.
Nice job, Ron.
That was good.
Shout
hosting,
out-
man.
Man, that's
Coaching up Ron
Shout out
behind the
Kawhi
scenes.
Leonard.
Boo!
Shout out Kawhi. Appreciate you. Factor Meal sponsored by Kawhi. Darren Hernandez said there isn't a center in NBA history more impactful or greater than Stephen Wardell Curry. Truly the GOAT offensive player. Nobody breaks down a defense like him.
I mean,
I disagree with him.
I disagree as well. I mean, but Chill's gonna say, Shaq, Kareem, and all that stuff. I'm saying, I think even modern era, I feel like I'm making a great argument for Jokic personally.
I can make a great argument for
Olajuwon too.
But
Shaq,
I do.
Shaq
I
too,
think nobody breaks down the defense like him. I agree with that statement. Like him, I don't think anyone does it the way he does it. So I agree with that statement. No one's more impactful or greater than Steph. I disagree.
Yeah,
Michael,
give me Bill
Jeffrey,
Russell.
Jordan.
He said census, but yeah, give me Bill Russell.
He also said Steph Curry.
He said
Steph Curry.
Yeah, but he said there's no center more impactful or greater than Steph.
Than
That's what he
Steph
said.
Curry.
Oh, my bad.
yes.
Boy,
So I got Bill.
boy.
I got Kareem.
I got Shaq.
I
I
got
got
Will.
Jokic too. I'm sorry. I got
I
all
got
four. Of them.
Shaq.
I got Moses.
No.
No, we ain't doing
Here you
that.
come with the troll. Here you come with the troll.
I got Hakeem.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
But
Ever
you would
since
have
that
to-
argument, Chill, I was so high on Moses. I have flipped on
Of course you
Moses
did.
since the argument. No, because I
Oh,
went
so
back and
you're-
watched. I went back.
No, but you watched with the negative eyes. Like,
No.
hey,
Oh, so you already-
I
that's
went
what you
back.
watched.
I went
You
back
watched
and
with the
actually
he
looked
ain't
through
Jokic eyes. That's
some
what
of these
you
games.
did.
I was like, bro, I'm tripping, dog. I'm sorry. Bro. I'm straight tripping.
Oh, so you moved Moses down?
I'm tripping.
you
Yeah, I mean,
joined
I don't.
the
I
dark- you
think. I don't
joined
even
the
think.
dark
I don't even
side?
think he's better than Kevin Garnett, Dirk, Jerry West.
Welcome,
Like,
welcome.
I'm sorry.
We got Moses.
You're a couple years late, but better late than never.
Hey man, I'll learn at some point.
It's okay.
Better
Even
than
it,
never.
even the Israelites hated on Moses, but it's all good.
Wait, chill. You think Moses is better than Steph? Just out of curiosity, do you think Moses is better?
No, I
than
don't have him. I have Steph Curry.
Do you still think Moses is better than Jokic?
Yes.
Hey, one more year later.
Steph? A couple weeks ago, you said Jokic was better than Steph.
Moses is a 3-time MVP.
I
right?
said that?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Crash out coming.
A couple weeks ago, you said Jokic is a better player than Steph. That's what you said.
What was it in context with? I'm sorry.
Jokic at his best, Steph at his best. You said Jokic was better. That's what you said. Word
It
for word.
was, he had me. I mean, Swiper had me. He had asked me about Moses all time. Now,
Okay, so Moses at his best,
Right.
Jokic at his best.
Moses at his best, Joker at his best. 25-14.
Chill, don't let them sway you.
I'm not.
I'm just recalling conversations. That's
That's
all
what we're
I do.
doing. I'm thinking right now. If it's okay, just to think
Go
about
ahead, yeah. You go
what Moses was.
Chill, they trying to corner you right now.
And it's fine. This is what we do here. What Moses was at his best
Let me
and the
do this.
impact that he had. Moses
got
in
the pin in that
1983, I think Moses was at his best.
With the super team.
It was.
I think Moses was at
I would also like to one day say Jokic at his best with SGA and like Durant.
Okay, they didn't have SGA and
That's the best. I'm saying. Well, Dr. J, respectfully, respect.
No,
He
Dr.
wasn't
J
the
was
same
amazing.
Dr. J, but he wasn't. All right. Well, Tatum. Say
That
Tatum
might
and
be,
Brown.
yeah, that might be more in line.
Say
That
Tatum
might
and
be
Jalen
more
Brown.
81 Moses was maybe better though. He played better on that 83 team because of the talent, but I think he was better in 81.
Is that version of Moses better than Jokic at his best?
I think that just like you guys talk about with Joker, how good he is as a passer, I think the rebounding was such a separator with Moses as a glass cleaner. Yes, Mars. He was
So
such
you
a
would go.
the reason
Just to
why
clarify, you would go Moses, Jokic, Steph. That's the order.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the order?
Moses, Joker, Steph. When I
What
think-
year?
when-
What year of Moses again?
He
81.
said 81 or 83 when he was on a super team.
81.
He was better than 81 when he took
81. A less than Houston team to the NBA Finals, sure. Because when I think about that, like we talk about how deadly Steph Curry is as a long ball shooter, and to Ox's point, the most dangerous guy on the floor. I don't think we've quantified how extra possessions count, and the fact that Moses Malone, whether it was purposeful or not, I think the extra possessions that Moses created, that impact on your offense.
He's a better offensive rebounder.
And as a defensive rebounds, the less possessions you have, I think that impacts the game.
How many 30
extremely
20 10 games did he have in the playoffs?
How many 30 20 10
Zero.
I don't think he was. I don't think he's
he
a
didn't have
scorer.
it.
Oh, because he had 28 and 26 instead of 30.
but he didn't have it.
Yeah, let's
Arbitrary
leave that part out.
I think Jokic is 3 of them.
100% is.
I think it's 3 of them.
Because here's the thing, Moss. Because here's the thing, Moss.
How many 40, 50,
Come on,
5 games did he have in a
stop
series?
stop right there. Because it's interesting you say that. Because if Moses had,
You said no, 38 and 23 is the first game I seen.
How many assists?
Okay.
But here's the thing, really quickly.
Jokic had a 30. You're gonna 36, 21, and 6.
I know we got to move on really quickly. It's interesting that Swiper would say that, but I bet you if Moses had 30 and 20, he'd be like, how many 35 and 20 games did he have?
Hold
if he
on.
had
He
35
doesn't have
and
any
20,
30, 20, and
how
10.
many 40 and 20 games?
Only Wilt
It's
and Kareem
arbitrary
have
what
those,
you're talking
mind you.
about.
Only
I'm
Wilt and
good.
Kareem have those.
I'm good.
So
Right. And guess what?
I think actually Giannis had one versus the Pacers this year. I think
Since you brought that up, because only him and Kareem had that, how come you don't bring up the fact that Moses, with the exception of Kareem and Chamberlain, with the exception of Jabbar and Chamberlain, is the only guy to average 24, 25, and 14 for 8 straight seasons? Joker
You're talking about in a regular season?
Joker didn't do that.
I'm talking about playoffs. I'm talking playoffs.
The version of Moses. I think
And
you're
it
gonna
is
appreciate
arbitrary,
this.
100%. But
It's
he
all
brought it up.
arbitrary. Yeah,
I mean, all numbers are arbitrary, but we rank them based on importance. How many triple doubles does Moses have? So we're doing arbitrary numbers. You said 25 and 14, so we're just putting numbers out there.
Okay, so just to
how many
put
30 and 13 runs did he have?
Just to put this in the context, 81 Moses versus 25 Jokic, right? Just to give you the numbers, if I scale it for
go straight to VORP and win.
I'm not talking about VORP. Okay, I'm just talking about per possession. If I talk about per 100 possessions, okay, Jokic 39 points per game. Okay, Moses 33. Jokic wins that out. The argument that you made, rebounding, it's not that significant a gap. Chill. 17.4 for Moses, 16.7 for Jokic. That does not even come close to changing the gap in their effectiveness in terms of efficiency. Jokic shot over 10% better.
What about rim deterrents?
What about rim deterrents? Rebounder. I don't care.
Oh, come on. 13.
What about rim deterrents between both of them?
2 assists per 100 possessions.
Well, remember, Jokic is like 99%.
Swipe, you can hold up this
2%.
2 assists per 100 possessions and 4.5 turnovers. Jokic at 13.4 assists per 100 possessions and average less turnovers. Chill. You're talking about a 3-to-1 assist to turnover ratio versus a 1-to-2. That's a huge gap. Okay,
and this is and
he shot better from the better from the free throw line. And Chill, I know you value efficiency because I've seen your GOAT list. You know, you like guys who shoot better from the field. Again, 62.7% from the field for Jokic. 52% from the field for a big man is not good.
Well, at that time it was 100%. That was the going rate at that time.
There's no
convincing.
52%
for a star.
We got it. Yeah, we got to keep it pushing. But shout out to Moses Malone, shout out to Jokic, and shout out to Cooper Flag and Bronny James, because tonight, baby, the Vegas Summer League starts, and we will be on playback watching this game. So y'all pull up and enjoy the show. We're gonna see what the generational talent Cooper Flag is going to bring to the table, the number 1 overall pick for the Dallas Mavericks. And we also are going to see what Bronny James is going to do tonight as well. I'm excited to see these two kick off.
Man, if I'm Cole Swider, I'm pissed. I'm the best player on this team, and I can't get on the ad.
Cole Swider might be the worst player that played for the Raptors last year, but somehow, some way, this guy's the best player on Vegas Summer League team. Come on, man. Help me.
He killed it last game. I think he had like 20.
Dalton Connect.
Dalton and Darius Bazley.
Boost that trade value, Dalton Connect. You getting shipped.
I seen Darius Bazley go for what, 26 and 13 or something the other night. I seen Darius Bazley go.
Yo, who got their YouTube on?
All right, cool. All right, I got a super chat from Sean Black. Sean said, Ron, don't ever bait me with a pin-centered video without putting him in the thumbnail. That Brunson over J-Dub video was disgusting.
I'm not relitigating that shit, but honestly, it's not that disgusting at all.
Yeah, facts.
There you have it.
I've seen you.
How many of those players have a 40-point game in the NBA Finals?
Don't. Okay.
Facts.
All right, so I got another super chat from Drip Bayless. Drip said, if you replace MJ with a top 15 all-time player, how many are we not winning? How many are we not winning 6 from 99 to from 91 to 99? If you take someone from the 90s, just swap them with MJ.
Chill. I'm gonna tell you. You can swipe. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you who you can swap with Jay right now. I'm gonna tell you, chill.
Bob Cousy?
Oh, y'all don't know? Mitch Richmond.
Oh my god, he's not a top 15 player of all time. So
He's
that's
saying
in the league.
You don't gotta be to win with Scotty.
You don't got
top 15 in the league at that time.
Mitch Richmond was a top 15 player at that time.
He for sure was.
Yeah, probably.
Yes,
I don't have a list.
Shows you where the league was at that time.
You don't fight that dude.
Reggie Miller.
No.
Reggie
I
Miller?
don't have a list. I couldn't.
They probably don't beat the New York Knicks though.
Clyde?
That's the problem.
Yeah, you could definitely do Kawhi.
You gotta factor in they're gonna have 2 extra years because whoever we replace him with isn't gonna retire. So
who would you
that
first of all? Who would you replace him with if you're trying to win?
J.R.
Hakeem?
Ryder, Mitch Richmond.
J.R. Ryder's not a top 15 player during that time.
Wally Zerbiak.
Hold on. What?
Let me see.
What are we doing here? Wally Zerbiak.
Swipe is trolling right now. That's what he's doing.
Okay, cool.
He 100%.
Okay, so why are we limiting ourselves to a guard though? That's what I'm saying. Their center was Bill Cartwright for a while there, and Luke Longley. I'm pretty sure we can go with a big and help Scottie Pippen out. No,
Shaq and Scottie Pippen.
A top.
We can go with whoever we want.
Well, Shaq in '91 wasn't in the league, so it has to be.
So he misses out on 1 year.
Okay, you don't win that.
They're not getting. I'm not trying to hit this. The Chicago Bulls in 1991 are not getting past the Detroit Pistons with Chris Mullin. They're not. No, they're not.
But are they getting past them with Hakeem?
If you just take Joe Dumas, which means you take Joe Dumas off the Pistons,
Pippen was
put
on
him
the
on
team.
the Bulls.
Pippen,
Horace Grant.
91.
You mean Horace Grant?
He was on the team in 91.
Which one are you talking about? No, Pippen didn't come until the 3 later. It was Horace Grant at the time.
All right, y'all. Fink Jones said.
Sorry, what?
In 91?
Yeah, Scottie Pippen was on the team in 91, dude.
Oh, my bad. I thought you said I was thinking Rodman. That's my fault. I was thinking Rodman. My fault. Yeah, completely my fault.
Okay.
Yeah, so Pippen, Hakeem, Paxson.
They win an NBA championship.
None of them are Michael Jordan, man. I don't even know if they win 1 championship.
They win an NBA
I'd go with Barkley then. I'd go with Barkley in 91.
Barkley would have won too.
All right, fellas. Fink Jones said Penn hates a 23-year-old woman who hasn't really shown a stance on anything controversial.
I mean, she did take a stance.
Her. I hate the coverage and the narrative and the bullshit that comes with it. That's all I hate. I hate her fans. I don't hate her.
MP13 said Penn want to be different so bad. This gimmick is so tiresome.
I don't know what to tell you, MP13. I am different. Take it or leave it.
Different. Yeah,
Rage bait? Is that what it is? Rage bait?
It is rage bait. We got to live up to the KD moniker, bro.
KD didn't actually believe that though.
Yeah, why'd you put the hat back on? Why'd you put the hat back on?
Oh yeah, the hat did show up.
Ox told me that the hat was making me crazy, and then I got cooked thoroughly for an hour and a half without the cap, so I decided to bring it back.
Plus, the hat is part of your look. Like that's you, Penn. Like you gotta rock the hat. That's
broken headphones, hat.
That was they should have had Penn play that part. And he said, when you said, you know what, I am crazy.
But you know what
I'm
else?
talking about, right, Penn? You know what I'm talking about, right, Penn?
But you know what else?
What movie, Ox?
On Juice.
Penn, you ever seen Juice? You've seen Juice.
He said, I don't give a fuck about Swiper. I don't give a fuck about Mars. I don't give a fuck about myself. And you know what else? Penn, come on, man. That's you. That is you with that hat on.
I didn't like Tupac playing that part.
What'd you say, Swiper?
I didn't like Tupac playing that part. And they actually said, his friend said, Ox, that role changed him. Like he started embodying Juice after that happened. He was a performing arts kid prior to, and then he started embodying Juice more after that role happened.
I don't much care for that narrative about Tupac. I don't.
I mean, what did people say?
I don't much care for the fake thing that they try to put on Pac. Nah, he was a legend. He was a revolutionary.
So what's
he was brought up that way. He was a revolutionary.
So what's my slogan? Get Puma or die trying.
Get Puma or die trying.
There ain't nobody up here that
Anthony sent through a super chat and said, "What about the best series clinching performances? I got Tatum versus the Sixers, Game 7, 50 points."
That was hilarious. That wasn't even that. Honestly, that wasn't even great.
That's a
as much.
He followed up what he did in Game 6 in the fourth too, because if you remember,
16 points in the fourth, or no,
yeah, he was having a stinker in that.
Yeah, he was horrible. He had 2 or 4
and then
points.
he showed up.
But Mars, it wasn't even like it was great though.
It was embarrassing from Harden and Embiid. It was
hilarious to watch when he got the pick and roll that chill out to the left wing, did the hezzy. Oh, my Embiid and went and dunked it. I said, no way. Tatum's doing this. I lost my mind, dog. Lost my mind. I couldn't believe
that
it.
game was that was
bro. Harden and Embiid, bro. It was like full choke, bro. It was horrible.
Bad. I don't know if I've seen a better. I've seen some pretty incredible series clinching performances, but what Giannis did in 21 in the finals in Game 6.
That was great.
That was.
What Giannis did in that finals period.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Miles. I'm not going to argue his dominance.
50 points in the closeout.
Wasn't he like 35 and 14 for the finals?
I think he had 40-point games in 6 games.
He destroyed DeAndre.
I mean, Devin Booker had that too, though. He had like 2
what he did in 21.
That was a really good series. I might rewatch that during this offseason.
They were down 2-0 and they won the next 4 games.
That was a really good series.
That's the same thing that happened to him in 19. When he with Kawhi, they're up 2-0 and then got swept.
That was a really good series.
Shout out Giannis.
Did Chris Paul have a 40-point game too in the finals?
He, in the Clipper series, he did. In the Clipper series, he did.
He didn't miss a shot, right? He was like
Chris Paul would never do that on the final stage.
Well, man, you're just a hater. Trying to think closeout games. Recently,
Kobe against the Suns in 2010 to close out the series.
I thought we're doing finals. I thought we're doing finals.
No.
Oh, is it finals?
No.
Did it say finals?
Oh, any series? Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot of those.
Kobe against the Suns in 2010. Oh my.
He was incredible. Yes, he was. He was incredible in that game. No doubt about it.
That's when he
Bron Boston, Bron against Boston, 2012. Bron against Boston, 2012.
LeBron, Game 7. He brought Warriors.
To be honest with you,
Kevin Durant.
I don't think James
Warriors
was better in Game 7. I think he was better in Game 7 and 13 than he was in 16.
I agree. Game 7, 2013, he was amazing.
It was a rock fight for a lot of that game. It was a rock fight for sure. No, wait, whoa. It doesn't count, but it counts. It didn't say winner or loser. Closeout, Draymond Green. 5 threes.
I'm trying to tell people about 2016 Draymond, man.
Question for you, Ron. I know we got to move on.
I'm trying to tell people.
If the Warriors win that game, who's the Finals MVP?
Draymond Green saved the series, dog. He might have gotten a couple votes.
What did he average that series, though?
I don't know, but he had 35 points.
I know that was a good game, but
he averaged like 17.
Curry was ghost though. Draymond was keeping him in it.
Well, we saw Kawhi Leonard win
in that series. Draymond, I was right. 16 and a half, 10 rebounds.
What is Steph average though?
Like 22.
That's a damn near triple double.
In the first half though, Mars.
Yeah, but Steph only averaged like 3 assists a game in that series too. So like
not damn near a triple double, but Draymond averaged damn near a triple double.
Steph averaged 22 and a half, 5 rebounds, 4 assists.
Yuck.
40% from the field, 40% from 3.
Was Clay getting busy in that series too?
Huh?
Wasn't Clay getting busy?
No. Clay has not had a good finals.
Clay's only had 1 good finals series, and it was 2019. It was unfortunate he got hurt.
Clay always gets busy.
Clay's only had 1 final series where he looked like the immortal Klay Thompson.
Right. Eastside in the chat is spitting right now. Could you imagine Draymond Green with a Finals MVP?
Oh my god.
Oh god. I couldn't handle it.
I'm going on record.
But he did miss a game, so maybe he gets the Kareem text.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. That'd be like Ox becoming a millionaire up here, bro. Man, he gonna be unbearable, bro. I'm like, Ox, can I hold a little cash?
You don't know.
Ox, can I hold a little cash? Hey, no, you gotta work for it. Go cut my grass for me. Ox, my house is falling apart. I need help. Nah, you gotta cut my grass for me for 8 hours. 8 hours.
Ox might be a millionaire.
He might be.
He will be. There are some millionaires up here, bro.
Him in them suits.
We got another super chat from Peter Gachevsky. Hope I'm saying your name right. Gachevsky. Peter said, chill. I called in on your channel 1 year ago and said the same thing when I called in 2 weeks ago. Nikola Topic was the best player in the 2024 NBA draft.
Give me the kid, Mars.
Do I misremember who was in that draft?
Risa Shea,
I wasn't really asking. But yeah, that was
Matas.
I mean, I think Topic is cool.
Jacob.
I think Risa Shea, I think he was so mid as a first round pick and he didn't start the year off well. I think he was written off before he started actually popping. And I think he's a lot better. If you actually watch Risa Shea, he's a lot better than you actually think he is.
Yes,
I agree. I just think when you get when you're a number 1 pick, you get deemed like whether it's fair or not, you're meant to be a star. That's just how people view it. And I think in the draft process, I think everyone knew Reece Shea probably wasn't going to be a star. So he was viewed as this is a bad number 1 pick. But he was a good rookie, and I think he's going to project to be a really good NBA player with his transition skill set, with if he improves the handle, some functionality off the catch,
the shooting, the defense,
the shooting that he's shown, the defensive switchability that he can project to be. So like he's projecting to be a really valuable piece, but he's just never going to be a superstar. And it's like he's
him and Jalen Johnson are
better. Can he be better than Rashard Lewis? You think?
He can be.
Yeah, that's a good comp.
Because of the defensive stuff, the transition stuff. He can be, yeah.
Can he be better than Jalen Johnson? I'm just naming some wings.
I wouldn't bet on him being.
Can he be better than Trey Murphy?
Possibly.
Would you bet on it?
I wouldn't bet on him being better.
So yeah, so I just named a 2nd rounder and 2 mid-first round picks. I'm just saying that draft was hella weak.
Well,
we'll know in a few years.
Or maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't.
Yeah, Rashard Lewis.
It was deep. It was a deep draft.
I was about to say maybe these guys just weren't doing their homework like they should have. That might be the problem.
The draft doesn't need to have a superstar if it has a bunch of high-level contributors.
Drafts are about tiers, right? Like drafts are about tiers. If you take LeBron and Melo out of that, or you take LeBron, Melo, Wade out of that 03 draft,
Chris Bosh,
leave Boozer. What call Boozer in that draft?
Heinrich was in that draft. Or was that
Kurt Heinrich, Nick Collison, Chris Kaman, TJ Ford, those dudes, right?
Nick Collison was a star, sir.
That draft was considered like loaded, right?
This is when the whites didn't have to do a lot of athletic stuff. Like Calvin Booth looked at Hunter Tyson and said, "Nick Collison." This is exactly what
he wished Hunter Tyson could play defense like Nick Collison.
Nick Collison was my favorite player out of high.
I love Nick Collison.
Joe, you couldn't tell me different about Kirk Heinrich and Nick
very,
Collison
very good defender.
Out of Kansas, you couldn't tell me nothing, Chill. I thought they was cold. Kirk Heinrich was whoop whoop whoop, soup soup, like pull up on people too. I love Kirk Heinrich, bro.
Quick side note, Ron.
All right,
Ron. That closeout game. Forgotten game that nobody talks about, like almost ever. Just so you guys know, in 1991, Scottie Pippen went 32, 13, and 7 in the closeout game.
Oh, damn near triple double.
Damn.
He did.
When was this?
Relax, chill. They don't want to hear that topic.
1991. He was awesome in that game.
Yeah.
That was against Lakers?
Yes, he went 32.
The only person that ever downplayed Scottie Pippen is Skip Bayless.
Awesome.
So that's it.
He wasn't good. He was awesome in that game. As you were saying, Ron, I'm sorry.
Fellas, we spoke about Nikola Topic, and obviously the Vegas Summer League starts tonight. I want to hear about some of the players or the teams or just individual games that you are looking forward to watching over these next 10 games. Hold up, Swipe, because I want to start with our honored guest, Akil. Who are you looking forward to seeing?
So how I kind of look at Summer League in general, I mean, it doesn't really matter too much with the grand scheme because players they don't have team chemistry with each other. They don't have the same agenda they are going to have compared to the regular season. So any rookie player, I don't really judge them too hard. So I kind of look at Summer League as the year 2 or year 3 players where they've had a year or two under NBA development, training, facilities, everything. And how are they coming into this Summer League and are they improving from last year? Do they have that IQ? Do they have the right reads to pass, to play, make, all that? Are they making wide open shots? Stuff like that. That's really what I'm looking for. And, as a Houston Rockets fan, I'm really looking forward to Reed Shepherd. Last year, number 3 overall pick. He didn't get burned at all, strictly due to just no roster space. I think this year he's going to have that bench point guard role where he can come in and, we're not really asking him to get 10 plus points per game. That's not really his role, but just coming in, making those smart IQ plays. He has Fred VanVleet. He's still a quality point guard to learn from. Ime is a great coach. Kevin Durant coming in to teach him. So there's a lot of good veterans around him where he can come in, be successful, and in his 15 to 20 minutes show why he was the number 3 overall pick. So I think Reed Shepherd is a guy on my radar for sure.
The best part about the Summer League, and to your point, I don't take a lot of account into it, but the best part about this Summer League in particular, I think all 30 teams are in it, if I'm not mistaken. And with that being said, I look for translation. I look for, okay, you can run fast and you can jump high. Okay, I know that's going to translate onto the next level. Everybody can do that. But what about the other stuff? The guy that I am looking forward to, because I already seen VJ, the guy that I'm looking forward to is this kid out of Washington, Trey Johnson. I'm really looking forward to seeing him because I think that with his game, I think it's tailor-made for the pro game in today. And I'm really looking forward to see how his game translates to today's game.
Swiper, who you looking forward to seeing? Team, player, gang?
The man that had 2 dunks, 3 threes, and a crazy weak side block before he tore his Achilles. Deron Holmes, don't fail me now. I can't wait to watch him be healthy, Lord willing, because he might be the answer to a lot of issues. And I want people to get on time with Deron Holmes right now. If you haven't seen him play, I highly suggest you do. He did about 6'10". He's a really good athlete. In college at Dayton, he was a really good player. Like, I think he has a lot of potential as a role player. That's it.
Is he going to be on the Denver team?
Yes. He got drafted last year. He tore his Achilles.
Of course he's going to be on the Denver team.
First game of the summer league.
Yep.
So I think that's going to be really good.
Okay.
But Trey Johnson, somebody said Trey Johnson already. I'm also excited to see Trey Johnson. I think he'll be a fun player to watch.
Ben, who you looking forward to seeing?
Well, I got a lot of players I'm looking forward to seeing. I'll try to condense it very quickly. Number one, the Spurs. We already got to see Spurs a little bit, but I'm looking forward to seeing more Carter Bryant. My dude, Carter Bryant. He's just such an understated player. He's doing all the right things. There's not really, Summer League like glorified LA Fitness. You don't really get a lot of credit for doing the right things on defense and the right things on offense. I want to see him make more assertive mistakes as opposed to passive mistakes. He's been making a lot of passive mistakes, passing up shots, trying to be a good teammate. I want to see him try to go out there and try to take 15, 20 shots. This is the place to do it because you're not doing it on the main team. For the Raptors side, they had the youngest player in the league last year, Ulrich Shamshi, and he tore up the G League as an 18 and 19-year-old last year, 3 blocks per game. I want to see if his game has progressed, more so his basketball IQ, because he's very new to basketball, but he is a very fluid athlete. If you watch him play, I believe tomorrow is when the Raptors Summer League starts. I mean, just watch how fast this guy is. He's the fastest center in the NBA, bar none. Super athletic. He's like Giannis fast, okay? And I'm also looking forward to Jacoby Walter. Feel like that's your guy, Swiper, I'm assuming. Baylor product. Jacoby's a dog, man. I love Jacoby. I think, he had to get a lot stronger. I talked to his trainer. He said he is getting stronger. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that craftiness and all that shit that he does, it translates to, being a little bit stronger. And he's definitely going to be a featured guy on this team for sure.
There's not a bad Baylor player in the league right now, by the way. And I think there's a resurgence coming for the only one that didn't fan out, perfectly in the first 2 years. So I'm fully on the Jacoby Walters train.
Davion?
Yeah, Davion.
Well, Davion, but then there was a.
He's definitely not talking about Davion.
That's what I was wondering.
Davion,
I might be forgetting.
Yeah,
Keontae George.
No, Keontae.
Oh, is that who you talking about?
That's another one that people are underselling right now. That are saying,
Yeah, but
I thought you were talking about someone who was.
Do y'all really? Keontae George had a good first 2 years.
No, but a lot of people in the media, think he is.
Well, okay, let's talk about us
good.
though. Keontae George was. Hey, y'all can say what they want. Keontae George was balling these last 2 years. Yeah, he made rookie mistakes and stuff like
balling
that.
is a strong word, but he
showed up. He showed up.
To me,
he played
Keontae
basketball.
was getting busy.
Yeah, but you got.
I thought Keontae was getting busy.
But a lot of people don't like Keontae. Jared Butler's another one, by the way, too.
I love Keontae.
Yeah, okay, that makes Jared Butler hasn't really figured.
But Keontae's also. I am very high on Keontae. I think he can be an all-star. Again, everybody's like, "Oh, you think Vassell and Keontae?" Yeah, those are my guys. Those are the kind of players I like. I think Keontae can be really good, but there's a lot of people that are really out on Keontae. Really out.
Playing next to Wemby, though, it's not crazy to think that Vassell could sneak into.
I think Vassell's good. I don't know why people don't
All-Star
like Vassell.
I think so,
He's
too.
his team's 4th best player. How can he be an all-star?
The same way that Rip Hamilton was an all-star.
Yeah,
in
4th.
Dylan Harper.
I got Dylan Harper jumping him this year.
Okay. I was just calculating.
Are you what?
I was just calculating. I just wanted to
Dylan Harper.
Yeah, why not?
Maybe.
I mean, it's possible.
Okay,
Dylan
fine.
could
Maybe
be
not
better
this.
than
Maybe not this year. Maybe next.
Hey, but
year.
look,
I wouldn't bet on it. I have a tough time with rookie point guards figuring it out early. But maybe he could. So maybe
Hey,
he is.
chill. Let me do the chill. Hey, give me the kid, Spurs. Give me the kid. Send him over to Miami then. I guarantee he'll get buckets over there. Matter of fact, Tyler Hero, get out of here. Devin Vassell, you're up. Go ahead. Devin Vassell will cook.
No.
Devin Vassell would cook.
No.
But I mean, Swiper, he has been cooking.
Yeah, Norman
Devin
Powell.
I
Vassell's-
agree.
And
But you don't
NBA
like
Devin
Devin
Vassell's
Vassell.
getting busy.
The NBA has confirmed their international versus American-born all-star format, right?
Yes.
I'm not
No,
tripping, right?
yeah,
Okay,
we don't know.
So
Well, they
yeah,
haven't
so guys
confirmed
like
it. I thought they
Jalen
did.
Green,
No, they didn't. He just.
Are you sure?
I thought Adam Silver said that.
Yeah, I thought it was confirmed.
I don't think he confirmed it. He just said he spoke about it and said this is something they're considering. I don't think he said it was
confirmed.
definitive.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
I don't think they're just going to start giving international players all-star spots that belong to better players.
Well, maybe
I
they
think they'll just let them
the
play in the
definition
game.
of international.
Maybe, but I think they'll just let some of those guys play in the game without being official all-stars. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see how they do.
What they did with the rookie thing.
maybe they do three American-born teams and one international team. I'm just saying you could definitely field a roster of all international players and make it make sense. You totally could.
It was just like 8 to 11 names. Yeah.
Laurie Markkinen, All-Star. All right.
He's already been in He's already All-Star.
Depends on the season he has.
He was an All-NBA player too, by the way. So he's already in there personally.
Yo, fellas, I want to get back to the summer league though.
Sure.
Mars, who are you most forward
That's
to
who you
looking
voted
at
for
in the summer league?
Kaman Malawach, Rasheed Fleming, Kobe Bryant, Ryan Dunn, Oso Iguodala.
So the Phoenix Suns team.
Suns FC. Okay.
Well, yeah. Derek Queen. I'm very intrigued to see Derek Queen.
How much is Matt Ishbia paying you to say this? I just want to know.
I'm intrigued. I have stock in Phoenix now for obvious reasons. But yeah, I am intrigued. I mean,
see this right now,
I want to make it
slowly
for
but
what it's worth.
Creeping.
For what it's worth, Rasheed Fleming was someone I was speaking about. I was very shocked he fell.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued to see what Brooklyn have going on. Now, that's just as a collective. I'm intrigued. I want to see more Ace Bailey. My goat, Yang. I gotta see what Yang's got going on. Gotta see that.
Mbop.
Anyone else I'm thinking of right now? I'll stick with it. Those are the guys I'm most intrigued about right now. Those are the guys I want to see.
You just got 300 new subscribers from China on the Hoop Talk
Very
Talk
intrigued
podcast.
to see.
Very smart move there. I like the Yang pandering. I'd like to say, good job.
I'm intrigued.
I don't know if you can actually play basketball, but you would.
I want to see because I've watched.
So you must be good at
some of the Yang film. I've crunched some of the Yang film.
And what did you see?
I saw things.
Something is there.
I saw things that I'm intrigued by the skill set.
Yes.
I'm intrigued by the footwork.
I'm
intrigued by the size.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued by the ability to score in the post. What leaves me with hesitation is the fact that I'm watching a bunch of 5'8" people around him. That's room for hesitation. I'm not buying into the jump shot mechanics right now. There's hesitation.
You can fix that too.
But I've seen some of the passes.
Okay, Mars. Based on what you saw, this is a really good question.
I've seen some of the passes, and I'm intrigued. Intrigued.
Some of these leagues, it's wild to me, right? Like German league. How does the German league rank against Italian league, Serbian league, etc.? So I'm curious.
The Bundesliga is a good league.
Okay, the German league is the 5th most competitive league in Europe.
It's still a good league.
It's a decent league.
It's
a decent league.
What's the top 4?
I don't know, but I know the German league is 5th.
Oh, okay.
So I think Spanish league is number 1, right? Spanish?
No, well, you obviously got the Euro League, but when you talk about domestic leagues,
the Italian league.
Italian league is not top 3.
No.
The
Spanish league.
Good. Spanish league is
Spain.
The French league.
Greece,
French.
The French league. French league is the most comparable to the NBA because it's a very athletic and fast-paced league.
Sure.
So you could tell if somebody is exceptional in the French league, they have more of it, and that's why a lot of French players are getting drafted because their style of play is extremely like the NBA: athletic, fast-paced, get downhill, spacing. So I would say French league is 2nd, Spanish league's 1st, Turkish league is probably 3rd.
Okay,
Turkish league might be 2nd though, and the reason why I said the Turkish league is because in that league they allow you to rock with Americans. You know how leagues that have a certain cap
you can only have a certain amount of foreign-born players.
The Turkish league don't give a damn. They'll let you go pick up 6 Americans, and they won't put a cap on it. Some leagues, like the Chinese league, they'll say you can only play 1 American at a time. So you have those limitations. Turkish league, it's like, yo, bring this talent in and let's have a good league.
What about the Serbian league?
It's good.
No.
Yeah, but
I wouldn't think it would be in these talks.
They have two teams in the Euro League.
Mega and who else?
Mega's not in the Euro League.
Oh,
ironically, Mega. And here's the thing about Mega. Mega does produce a lot of prospects,
But it's a prospect farming. It's like it's ratio farm basically.
Okay. It's like the G League Ignite when the G League was when it was in the G League. So they have a lot of young prospects there. So that's the good thing about Mega. But they have Partizan. They're in the Euro League, and then they have the Reds. Red Star. Yep.
Red Star. Okay.
Where do you rank the Australian League, the NBL?
NBL might be top 5 too.
NBL got a lot of.
I was just talking Europe. I was just talking.
That's why
when German. I guess my question for you, Mars, is based on what you saw Hanson Yang do in China. Would you say that Montverde Academy would whoop the shit out of every team in China? Because I swear they would, right?
I think they might. Warriors fans might appreciate this because I was watching the Yang film, right? Warriors legends Quinndary Weatherspoon was Yang's teammate. So he was in the league for like 10 minutes, but he played for the Warriors for a little while. But the level of competition I saw was not exactly moving me. I'm watching Yang catch the ball in the short roll, and the guy rotating to tag him is my height.
Y'all didn't see him though in the what was that, the G League showcase or whatever it was? I sent the clip to the group chat.
I seen him at the draft
combine. So that's what I'm talking about. The draft combine. He was looking.
He's got talent. You can see there's some passing feel there. You can see that there's some ability to survey the floor, but you can also see sometimes he's slow to navigate that and double teams and stuff. He's not putting the ball on the deck in any capacity. I'm not buying into how the jump shot looks functionally right now, but he does have some touch, which is, I guess, an intriguing factor.
I know he won Defensive Player of the Year. Is he tough? Like, does he strike you?
He doesn't shy away from physicality.
That's good.
But once again, when the physicality is coming from people my size, that's why I'm intrigued. That's why I want to see him. I want to see him.
All right, Mars, you got me locked in. So the Blazers played the last game tomorrow against the Warriors. They play at what is that?
That's
11 p.m. Eastern, but 8 p.m. Pacific. I'm a West Coast dude. So
but that's why I'm intrigued because there's so many questions with him. But the talent, like you can see, talent transcends competition. I said that about Men Thompson and OTE. Like people were like, the competition. I'm like, at some point you see talent, you know talent is talent regardless of where it's playing. Yang has talent, but there are questions, and that's why I'm so intrigued about him. And he was a 16 pick, so it's like that's a bit of a reach based on everything I've seen. But if it pans out, you look like a genius. So that's why I'm intrigued.
Shout out Quintal Woods.
All right, y'all. It's about that time to get into the crunch time chats for the last.
Ain't about that time to ask who me and Swiper want to see?
No.
They don't
care about you. No, they don't care about you.
Who the Kings got?
Neat Clifford.
I don't know. What the Kings got to do with it?
Right?
Who you want to see, Ox?
I'm not for real. I want to see Derek Queen though. I want to see Derek Queen play. I want to see him in Harper. I want to see him and Harper specifically.
Is Dylan Harper playing? Is that confirmed?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Saturday.
I know VJ's dealing with a thumb thing right now, so I don't know if we're going to see
Saturday.
So is he cleared to play though? Because I know he had his hamstring injury. Dylan Harper.
From every article I read, he is cleared.
And on Saturday, too, by the way, we will be watching this game on playback. On Saturday, Dylan Harper will be playing against Cooper Flag. So, obviously.
I want to see Tyler Smith, too, for the Bucks. He
Ron,
drafted
Ron,
last year.
if you want one straight hour of Carter Bryant propaganda, you hit me up with the link.
All right.
I just want to see some more Dalton Connect. You know what I'm saying? I really want to see some more Dalton. Yeah. I haven't seen enough of him yet.
Is Amani Bates playing in Summer League this year?
That'd be great. If
There's this sort of unwritten rule about
Amani about to be out the league, Mars.
You ain't gonna tell me. You ain't gonna tell me.
Yeah, right. I know. I remember this.
Fellas, I got to get to these super chats though. Go ahead. Let's go ahead and make it happen. First off, I do want to shout out our Hall of Famers: Teddy Hart, Trevi, Vale, Kingster, Cheese, the chat MVP Arch, my dog Joe Breezy, Minor, Rovdeer, Worldwide Mace Television, and Multi Kenny. You guys know that tomorrow is Hall of Fame Friday. So if y'all want to pull up, you know who to hit for the link.
What up, fellas? What up?
All right, let's get into it. I got a couple more super chats. OBG Kenobi said, chill. It's a new day. Stay calm.
It's been a calm episode today.
And so
it's Chris Jones said chat's top 10. It's Chris Jones said the chat's top 10 list cleared the panels, by the way.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I did read the comments. I did see some lists that I was more inclined to agree with from the comments.
I saw too many Tyrese Halliburtons in the comments.
Yeah, I saw a couple lists where I'm like,
I didn't see
you
enough.
guys just didn't even follow the prompts. I seen someone have Embiid at 5, so like you guys didn't even follow the prompts. But like I did see some lists. I'm like, I like that list. Not too bad.
SMN R&DM. Shout out my man SMN. It's been a while since I've seen you. He said, I don't care, Penn. 100%. I don't care. Penn is 100%. I don't care, Penn. 100% is white virtual signaling.
Virtue signaling.
I don't care. Penn 100% is white virtue signaling for like virtue, just like not virtual. But I feel like if you're going to identify something in the chat about what something is somebody is doing, you probably should spell the word.
Finishing
correct.
it to, as you were saying, Ron.
No, but virtual signaling.
We know what he's saying.
Yeah,
but he thought it was virtual signaling. So
virtue.
Well,
there you go. There,
could be
virtual signaling.
Could be autocorrect though. Autocorrect.
And then he said, instead of embracing greatness, he is throwing shade just to show his fake wokeness.
I am not fake woke.
I do think he's
real
right.
woke. Is that what you are? You real woke?
I've been awake. I've been
woke
awake.
just means educated. That's all that really means.
Ron,
it just means you read the right books, not the books they told you to read.
Logic, like woke people, if you stay awake too long, you become delusional. So I'm good on that woke shit. I'm straight.
Damn.
Stay awake too long. What?
Yeah, if you stay awake too long.
I mean, yeah, your brain do need sleep.
So I'm good on that woke shit.
Actually, they did that non-sleep like it was supposed to.
That's
be
why
like
I spent my time sleeping on Tyus Jones.
It was really torture. It was really just torture. And people were going crazy.
All right, so Football Breakdown said Swiper didn't pick Jokic and he had the number 10 pick.
I mean, I think if it would have fell the board, but like I said, I don't think those were Jokic's best seasons, which it's confounding to me. Just like Harden's best season, he didn't win MVP. So I just think I just picked the best team based on fit and formatting, and that's why I won. But
I say it all the time. It's really funny that Jokic has 3 MVPs, and I think the 2 seasons he was at his best, he doesn't have MVPs. I do think that's really funny.
And you know what I think's funny? Cowboy Bob's next super chat saying, Swipe is lying because his lips are moving. Go New York, go.
L Glaze, L watching my lips. Next super chat.
You got watchable lips.
Pause.
Resume.
Selectively reading $2 super chats. That's interesting.
Byru said, does Penn know he's talking to people who are black? Laughing my ass off. She's good at ball. She's not known for just being white.
Wait, y'all black? My bad.
I do.
Shit.
Yes, I do.
A couple people might be.
My ancestors are Nigerian. Yes, sir.
They are. Oh, we're both Nigerian. I do remember that. We're both Nigerian. Yeah. That's facts.
Huncho, a.k.a. sent through a members chat and said, sometimes you got to say, okay, Penn. Anyway.
That segment did drag on for a lot longer than it.
We were. What's the old TV clip? We were all dumber than we were 30 seconds ago.
That's not a TV clip. That's a movie clip. And it's from
with Adam
Billy Madison.
Yeah,
it's from Billy Madison.
What you just said.
You seen Billy Madison?
So dumb.
Yeah, I've seen Billy Madison.
Juice volume to it.
I've seen Juice.
We are all dumber for listening.
I've seen all Above the Rim. Y'all acting like Above the Rim. Legit, one of my favorite movies.
You know what we need to do?
Shep was one of my favorite characters.
Rank basketball movies, but not like mega global basketball. Because I feel like Coach Carter, and then what's the one from the Texas State boys, y'all?
Glory Roads.
Glory Road. That's a whole different category. But like Above the Rim and all that hoop dreams.
So we need to talk about urban movies. Just say urban.
Well, I mean, Above the Rim is on that level. Above the Rim and He Got Game are on that level.
But I feel like those are. But I didn't say he. But it's,
who's your favorite character from Above the Rim? I'm just curious.
Oh, bro, everybody same character. Everybody got the same characters. Leon.
Come on,
it's gotta be Leon.
Yo, one of these days, and we did this years ago, way back in the panel's version of the black and white film era, the 60s, 50s. We did a sports movie draft. Well, all sports. We're gonna do that sometime again this summer.
What's the best sports movie you ever seen?
I got a dentist appointment that day.
Yeah, we don't. Hey, Swiper, we gotta.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite?
I got a dentist appointment.
I'm gonna give Mike some love just for including Vince Carter in it. That's cool to me.
Just don't do Thunderstruck. That shit was weak as hell.
I never watched it. That is crazy.
Hell.
Every movie was good.
I swear.
Hey, is that the one with KD? Is that the one with KD?
Yeah.
Wait, no, that movie was good.
The best
I like that
movie ever is The Program. Tell me I'm tripping. The program was cold, boy.
Hey,
as you were saying, Ron.
Never heard of it.
You've never seen the program with Epps?
It's a football movie, Ron.
Yo, that movie was great.
What about 6 Man though? Come on,
that was a great movie too. But that was like a comedy, Marlon.
It was sad though.
As you were saying, Ron, you were saying something.
Sad yes, I was saying something. Chill. Bob sent through a super chat and said, "Hate to see my man Chill ganged and destroyed in the panel." On the panel recently, like he Riley Reed. Wow. Someone help this man.
Yo, some super chats just don't need to be read.
They really don't. To be honest with you, they really don't. They really don't.
Riley Reed references, you gooner.
Yeah. Is that a hooper?
No, it's not a hooper.
Well, she got beat up or something.
This is a sports debate.
For
the record,
she is an American film actress of the adult variety.
Oh, she got beat up in a movie?
Like Moonlight and all that kind of stuff.
I've seen her. She was making saying the N-word. That's why.
The great thing, though, Ron. The great thing, though, Ron, is
what's up?
Y'all come to the show, though. Y'all come to see me get rough.
To see Riley Reed?
And all right, go ahead, Ron. I'm sorry.
I'm just trying to figure out what movie she was in. So never mind.
Darren Hernandez said, and by the way, old head Chilltail, Curry's gravity is greater than anything Bill Russell was doing in the 1800s against full-time construction workers.
There's no reason to talk to dudes like this. Mars, don't waste your time, because I'm telling you, Mars, it's going to be 2 to 5 minutes out of your life that you never bring back.
It said Bill Russell what?
Yeah,
gravity?
More gravity.
As you were saying, Ron.
The baller
Bill
shot caller
invented gravity. Y'all don't know this. It wasn't Isaac Newton. It was Bill Russell. He invented gravity.
The baller shot caller 1999 said, "It's so annoying when people get cooked and say congratulations, bro. Shut up."
That's a pin move. When you are on the other side of a flame, you will say congratulations in a very heated tone. But I feel like it works. So
hold on, L gaslighting. When have I said congratulations?
Today.
When?
You did it today.
I think you did. I think you did.
It's a reflex. You didn't even know.
I'm almost positive you did do that, Pin.
No, you did that today, bro.
So I said it one time. My move is just say cool, move on.
Ben said L gaslight. Let's start there.
You.
Hey, but Pin, congratulations. Also, and congratulations to all the new members today: RJ Lewis, Just Rome, RE, Kenton, and Bryant. Shout out to those guys for becoming members. And Raider561 said, "Do you guys, as fans, like seeing dynasties, or do you like seeing different champions every year?" Good question, Raider.
I want to have a dynasty for once. That'd be great.
I like
for once.
I want different champions. Yeah, I want different champions.
I like basketball.
Player shorts of the dynasty.
I like the Warriors when they had KD.
Mm-hmm.
I like the league as it is now. I like basketball.
I like to see teams defend their NBA championships. I like that and win it. I'm a fan of that.
I just like whenever a team, it's not clear cut that they're going to win the championship next year. Like from 15 to 19, we kind of knew it was going to be Warriors and Cavs no matter what. So it's like we're only really going for the regular season. I think now there's more nuance where it's like you don't know which team is going to win the championship. I think that's what makes it more fun to watch. Like, because you don't know. The underdog could win. Indiana could win.
I don't care what y'all are saying. I want my turn to be on the other side of the dynasty.
Even though you just had it. Even though you just
we've never had a dynasty in Denver. No, I want what Kobe and Shaq and Jordan.
You want it to be in Denver.
I want all them. I want all the stuff they had. I want that in Denver. Please let it be our turn for a 5-year run.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
I wanted Denver to win so bad.
Can you imagine the Denver Nuggets running off like 4 championships in like 7 years? Like
we all would be rich. We would be rich.
No. What I would have to dealing with Swiper? Like what
Swiper? I don't want the bread.
Wait, hold on.
I don't want it.
Wait, Ron. He said if Tatum maintained a 3-game streak over a playoff run, he's the best in the world. And you worried about me?
I said it's in the conversation. That's what I said. That's 100% what I said. But as you were saying, Ron.
Also, just want to let you guys know that today is a very good day for a couple reasons. One, because the press box is coming back soon. I know y'all can't wait for this. Sunday, July 20th, 11 a.m. Eastern. Y'all be sure to pull up. Today's also a good day because Chill with Chill will be running. And the cool thing about it is Chill with Chill will now be available on Twitter. So everybody that's watching on Twitter, make sure to pull up with Chill in a few hours so you can see what they got on the moniker for today. And also, as if that's not enough, we will be on playback watching Cooper Flag Get crossed up by Bronny James. Y'all be sure to pull up to playback as well. We got a jam-packed day on Player's Choice.
Yo, shout out.
Bronny ain't do shit on
You better
Tuesday.
believe Paul Pierce said that Josh Allen is a Michael Jordan of the NFL. I can't wait till the show starts so we start cooking stuff like that. Cause I'm tired of that propaganda about that man. I can't wait.
Josh Allen
I'm really looking forward to that. Though.
He's great, but Jordan.
No, let's chill out.
That's fine. That's ridiculous. But Josh Allen is dope.
Slightly biased Kobe fan said, "What years was Magic the best player in the league? Was he ever better than Bird?"
That's tough,
Jordan?
chill. I moved on that show. I used
Jabbar.
87.
He wasn't better than Bird. I'm just
87.
I just don't think he was better than Bird.
Yes,
I mean, I just kind of at this point now.
Mm-hmm.
Gemini Joso said, "What's up, fellas? Completely off topic. I'm getting ready to start streaming, shopping for a webcam/camera. Which ones do you guys have?"
That's a pin question and I guess I can answer it, but that's feel like Pin might have them.
What? I have I think it's called the Ozbot Meet 2. It's about it's about a $300 camera.
My man Gemini, let me hook you up, brother. Real quick and real easy. I would suggest to you to get a Logitech camera. It's cost you $100, and then if you're gonna get a mic, I would say get this one right here. It's the blue mic.
Mm-hmm.
That's some bad advice.
Not gonna break your bank. Hey,
wait, I'm in that same boat.
You telling him to get a $300 camera? He might not put in $300 work.
No, hold up. You gotta invest in yourself.
I don't have a mic. I'm in this boat, so yeah. I need the answer too.
Python. We use the Python. They work really well for me personally. But I have had the blue, but I didn't have the best quality to Pin's point. It didn't carry my particular voice as well as I wanted to, even with a pop screen. This has worked better for me than that one. And this is cheap.
I would just my advice would be just get what you can afford, because you got to make sure you're putting in the content is the quality. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure you focus on the content of what you're putting out, because real ones are gonna watch you, even if your camera isn't a top tier camera. You know what I'm saying? Real ones don't care. Oh, I'm not watching him. Look at this camera quality. Nah, we want the content.
Can I speak to this momentarily as a filmmaker? Audio quality is way more important than video quality. 100%. If people don't like your video quality, they will actually just put the phone down a little bit. They won't look at you too much. Their eyes will adjust. When you have audio quality issues, especially if you have a mic that goes in and out, I can't hear you. Mm-hmm. You know, your audio levels are all over the place. You're too loud, you're too quiet. You know, that's the stuff that really gets people to turn away. And if you get in the content game, you're looking at one word: retention. You need people to pay attention. You need people to hook retention. That's it. So that's why sometimes when we start these shows and we just yap for 10 minutes, we lose on a lot. So hook them right away, let them know what to expect, and then carry that tone through. It will help you tremendously.
I would say start with shorts too. Mm-hmm. Shorts work a lot. TikTok works a lot. You don't need long form content to get started.
Or just do long form content and then clip it up into shorts. Like,
or you can just if you don't want to do any of that editing, don't do that at all. Just 60 seconds, 90 seconds, 45 seconds. Boom, 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 boom. Every day.
Yeah, I mean, I started like a week ago, a week or two ago. Starting posting on TikTok like a minute or like 30 seconds, reposting on YouTube, reposting on Instagram. Just created a Twitter account as well. So I'm just trying to network all over the place, and obviously like linking on here.
And I will also
what's your Twitter? I want right quick. What's your Twitter? I want to follow you on Twitter right now.
It's gonna be Courtside Takes 5. It's the same for YouTube,
same
TikTok,
for YouTube,
all that.
Same for TikTok, same for Instagram. Okay, you definitely got to follow. You got a nice little Instagram page. I mean, that's why you're up here, because your Instagram content is dope. But everybody, go follow Courtside Takes, like I'm doing right now.
Yeah,
and I'm trying to grow on YouTube as well. I know like YouTube is a lot more harder, so I'm trying to like eventually become YouTube as the #1 source of income and just overall platform. So I'm just trying to like help market that in a way, but also like hoops talk. Like I've loved hoops since 2010, 2011. So seeing people like-minded guys as me talking about the sport is what I'm looking for. Like all my friends are like in the finance or like doctors or whatever. And it's like hard for me to talk to them about basketball. because they're not really in tune with the game like that. So this is hard to find people with like-minded minds.
I'm trying to figure out where to get cheap catheters. I don't know about the pick and roll.
Bro,
what do I know about that?
The blueprint of people jumping from finance to podcasts, you were in very good company with people who've done that. And I will say, like, the point of investing in yourself, like, I didn't always understand this. I was always trying to get the cheapest mic or whatever, but my girlfriend actually, she doesn't think this way, right? So she got me this very expensive microphone for my birthday, and it's like $500, and I was immediately like, whoa, it's a $500 mic. She's like, your podcast is worth it, right? So if you're gonna get a $50 mic and be like, oh well, I don't know if people, that's kind of like the investment that you're putting into it. So when you look at that microphone, you're like, that's what I've invested into this. It will actually change your mentality towards the content game for sure. And I know Swipe is nodding along because he agrees with this for sure, because he's built, I think, just watching Swiper grow as a content creator, he's probably built a lot of his content through this. And Ox, I just want to let you know right now that since I put the cap on, I haven't said one dumb thing. So you were damn wrong.
I didn't say you say dumb things, Pin. I never said that. I said the cap turns you into an animal where you just, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't say what you're saying is dumb. I just said it didn't talk to you like, get him, Pin, get him. You know, that's all. That's all.
Hey, but Gemini, there you go. Find a girl, break her pockets, get a new mic. You in the game.
That's it.
Jerryality said, is it former Hall of Famer? Shout out to Jerryality. He said, is it crazy to have Tim Duncan over Kareem? And is it crazy to say he had a better run than Kareem?
The better run part. It's not crazy to say that, but it is crazy to have Tim Duncan over Kareem. Yes, it is.
No, I got Tim at 4 and Kareem at 7 or 8. I think they're close enough.
Yep.
I got Duncan top 5.
Christos Karasoulis said, Cat is a top 5 big in the game right now. His scoring and rebounding get overlooked because of his rim protection. Mike Brown going to take him to another level.
We'll see.
Y'all all got Cat over DeMontis, right?
Yeah, of course.
I do.
I'll put him in the same range.
Yeah. But yeah.
Is Zubac better than Cat?
No.
I think it's a debate.
We gotta have a conversation about it because the defense that Zubac provides is just so astronomically better than Cat. But I could say the same thing about Cat in terms of an offensive player and how he stretches the defense. I think he clears Zubac. So
Unlimited Z said Dame's turnaround step back 3 versus the Nuggets to send the game to OT.
Yeah, the prayer game from Austin Rivers. Yeah, that was something to watch for sure.
I need to rewatch that. I'm not gonna lie, that was insane. How many threes did he make again?
Like 10. It was embarrassing, chill. And there stuff. Shaq Harrison, Will Barton, Austin Rivers, Monte Morris. That was what they were throwing at it.
what do you have, like 55 that game, something like
55
that?
55 and 10.
CJ McCollum stepped out of bounds.
Sure did. Left wing or left corner.
Man.
Darren Hernandez said Steph's three-point shot is more efficient than 98% of the greatest centers ever. Points under the rim. The math says Curry is greater.
Let me check that math real quick.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It does not.
Well, it does he's right for 98, but I'll have to figure. So let me see. So if I do 60, so times 2.
L basketball.
Well, you can know this is just basic
That's
math.
what they say it is. L
It's
basketball.
basic. It's very basic, but it's still L basketball.
All right, so 1.3 per
Math
shot
is easy.
for Jokic floater, and then a Steph Curry 3 would be, what's he career, 43% from 3 times. So
here's a fun fact for you. Paolo
1.29.
Banchero last season in the playoffs shot a higher percentage in the playoffs from 3 than Steph Curry has at any point in his career.
Keep going.
Ain't that
keep
crazy?
going.
No, it's not crazy at all. How many shots?
Like 6.
Yo,
7.
I know this is so off topic, and I'm so sorry, but I can't not say this. I just got a text message from the Oregon Department of Education, and they said that somehow they messed up with our kids' testing scores and they were invalid. That they don't, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't really know who tested what.
All tests.
They got to retake the test.
It's July, so I like
School's already out, right? School's already out.
What is going on?
So what's the resolution? What do you mean?
I don't know. I'm waiting for another message. I gotta contact somebody later.
The education system is broken, man. Damn.
All right, y'all. Jeremy Conley became a YouTube member. Shout out to Jeremy Conley. And so did Kenya Winston. Shout out to Kenya. Appreciate you for joining up. I hope you enjoy what you're seeing. I got another super chat from Hunter 3200. Hunter said, what you guys think about the Knicks hiring Mike Brown and signing Jordan Clarkson and Gershon Yabusele? I personally am very excited for what we can do.
I love the moves. I love all three of them.
The Knicks got better.
For sure.
I think the Eastern Conference is wide open. Like Cavs, Hawks, Knicks. There's nobody else, in my opinion, who can make a finals.
You don't think the Magic?
I think Magic and Detroit are like a tier 2. I think Hawks and Cleveland and New York are above them.
Right now, everybody's saying that the East is wide open. I think it's going to be a little more competitive than everybody's giving it credit for. The Pistons are still right there. You see what they did with the Knicks last year. I think it's going to, like, once the season goes, we're going to be like, okay, the East really has 4 to 6 teams that are, very good.
What if Tatum comes back? What if Tatum comes back? Because he's in the pool and he's walking already.
Yeah, don't.
So,
don't.
Aren't they about to get rid of Al Horford? They're about to get rid of Al Horford too.
Maybe.
What's the over under on the Celtics this year? I'm gonna say. What's the over under on the Celtics year? 30 games.
30
really?
games.
I got them. I think they're gonna be garbage this season.
Oh,
40,
damn.
40, 45. I got 45.
I don't think they're gonna be that good. I don't.
Yeah.
Anthony Simons, Derek White, Jaylen Brown.
The Celtics are at 43.5.
I don't think they're gonna be that good. I'm taking
Akil, this is a Jaylen Brown hate platform, so that's not.
I was advocate for Jaylen Brown being better than Tatum for a while. I'm not gonna lie.
Are we doubling our bet now?
Whoa! Akil.
For a while, yeah.
Be careful, brother. We got some of the same takes, dog. I'm just saying.
Akil, do you like yourself?
I might have changed my mind.
When you look in the mirror, all right, Chill. When you look in the mirror,
I might have changed my mind. I might have changed my mind a little bit.
He wants to be a Mars fan so bad, but the reality is he is a really big Ox fan.
Man.
You know it. That's what I'm hearing from all your takes.
Hey, Ox reminds me of me.
I'm definitely changed my mind, definitely for sure. But I did have Jaylen Brown better than Tatum until about, I think, this year, I guess. But it's like it's flip flop. Like I don't think there's like a big gap. I don't think there's a big gap between Tatum and Brown because like people have Tatum top 5, top 7, and have Brown like top 20. Like I think it's a lot closer than that.
Crazy people love company.
No, eat at the table, bro. Stop it.
All right, y'all. Baba sent through. Damn, Chill got up out of here. But he said, Chill, you good, Mud? What does Mud mean?
Oh, no.
Some shit these youngsters are starting to say. I don't know.
I've been around for a minute. You ain't that old, Ox.
Trevor Paul. Trevor Paul said, projecting who will go down greater all time and have more rings. Jokic, Tatum, SGA.
Well, greater is a different conversation than more rings. More rings, it could be SGA, depending on the team. Could be.
More rings is hard to tell. But right now, it looks like SGA, but things switch up quickly.
Denver could win this year.
Well, y'all remember, so Hakeem made it in 86, and he didn't make it again until 94.
Yeah, that's
so true. There's a world in which, say the Nuggets like revamp. Could remember Hakeem's best years were 31 and 32 years old. So Jokic's next season after this one could in the year after that. I mean, they could win 2.
How old is Jokic right now?
He's 30. He just turned 30 in February.
I mean, y'all had a hell of an offseason.
There's a possibility. Yeah.
Right. I think the safe bet is Jokic. But
Jokic?
Yeah, I think the safe bet is Jokic. And I mean, obviously SGA right there with this injury to Jason Tatum, that's going to set him back a little bit. So I don't think he's really, I don't think that would be the safer bet. I think Jokic would probably be the safer bet.
I hate to white virtue signal again, but I need to know from that dude who wrote Mud what he actually meant there.
Well, Mud is it's just a saying. It's not even like it's not like that at all. It's just a regular what's up. Like Mud is just a regular thing. Yeah, Mud.
I was gonna mention real quick. It's like for you're a Denver fan, obviously. Like, where do you have them ranked winning a championship next year?
Well, I think just to be clear about what I what I think, me personally. I think that I think they're probably the favorite if depending on how things kind of shake out this offseason, they add another one or whatever. I think that if they're healthy next year, I think they can beat anybody. But I think going into the year, objectively, they should probably be right behind the Thunder. But I think the Thunder, the Nuggets, and Rockets are probably the three best to win the title next year.
The only reason I say Denver is they took Oklahoma to Game 7, and they really had no help. Aaron Gordon was injured, Mike Porter was injured. Now they have a lot more help. So I think with Nikola Jokic still in prime, Jamal Murray still in his prime, they just added a lot more pieces compared to Oklahoma. I think they could really well be the favorite.
Mm-hmm.
It just sucks that Russ isn't on the team, man. I need him to get a championship, man, before he retires.
Oh boy, yeah.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing.
It doesn't matter. Still top 5 point guard all time. 4 to be exact. But Cultured Bandit said, KD said that Tatum and Dame called for advice about their injuries. I doubt they rush back. He
said he's the Achilles guy now, apparently. But yeah, man. That's a big injury to overcome historically. Patella tendon too. That's another one, but you don't see that as much. But patella tendon, boy, I saw somebody do that in real life. Ox.
Yeah, I've seen some things, man. Just take your time. Take your time.
All right, y'all. I got a few more super chats, then we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. If you're still in here and haven't liked the video yet, what the hell are you doing? Wesley Allen said no 2016 Curry. He sent that, and then Mars literally got him with the next pick.
Mm-hmm.
No, he sent that after Mars had picked him.
I only thing
have the draft on the screen. So
I hate that when I mean it's inevitable. You know what I'm saying? It's just me kind of nitpicking, but I hate it when we do drafts and then people in the chat do that. Like, of course, I want y'all to be interactive and stuff, but I'll be like, no, don't say that. Like, what I mean? I hate that. But
UMB said pin pushing 40 using Gooner. I'm crying. What does Gooner mean?
Shoot, man.
Ron. It means you.
Yeah, you probably. Ron, what's your birthday?
So that's a term of endearment.
How is 37 pushing 40?
Because you're in their late 30s, dog.
It don't matter, Pin. 40 is not even old, bro. These youngsters don't understand that.
It's not, but you're late 30s, though. Me and Ox about to be mid 30s officially this year.
Hey, y'all both 50. Look at
that.
I feel so much, but Ron, like I be telling you, but I feel so much better right now.
Yeah, you feel young, but you look old, nigga.
Ron, you see my workout videos? You should be.
Bro, I got ID'd the other day.
Ron, you hold on. You don't even.
I'll body that workout.
You don't even.
I'll do that. I'll do that workout.
Which one?
I'll do that workout. Go drink some water.
Then do it. What you talking about?
And do it again.
Ron, I've never seen you do a push-up.
I'll do more push-ups than you. Push-ups and pull-ups.
What do you mean? Right now, today?
I mean, granted though, like I'm probably like 40 pounds lighter than you, but
no, you're not even over 200 pounds, are you? Are you over 200?
Crazy swiper.
I don't know. Is he over 200 pounds?
I'll do more push-ups and pull-ups than you.
Are you over 200 pounds?
Oh, you probably can't even do half the pull-ups.
I'm asking a question. Are you over 200 pounds?
I'm about 205, 210.
Okay, so barely.
Hey, Vail, that's a fact. That's a fact, Vail. If 37 is pushing 40, then 7 assists is damn near 10. It's basically 10. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. That is a fact. So y'all.
No, but you're not doing more push-ups than me. I can tell you that right now. I'm not even trying to explain. That's just
what you do. 45 push-ups.
Actually, relatively speaking, sorry to introduce math into this. If 7 assists is damn near 10, then 37 is damn near 50.
No, that's late. That's a late.
Isn't that what I tried to tell him, Pin? Y'all damn near 50.
No.
So are you, by the way.
So, hey,
same
sorry,
logic.
Yo,
you can do 100.
Yeah, I actually didn't know that.
In a row, I could probably do.
Ron, you 35, 60, right?
65.
Ron, you 35, right? 34, 33.
No, Pin.
But I do 50 to start off. So when
you're not younger than 33.
I can't do 50. I can't do 50.
Yeah, but like just Ron, you're built so petite, bro. Like you.
I think the real question is how old is Chill?
Everybody knows how old he's 51, 52.
Oh, he's 51?
Yeah, Pin's 37, almost 40. Ron is 34. He's almost 35. I'm about to be 35, and then Chill. Low won't tell you. Low, damn well for sure over 30. Mars is about 20, 28, going on 19. And then you got
I'm 42, bro.
He ain't no 42, dog.
James Worthy, shout out the boy.
All
All right, y'all.
Wait.
Rod said Kawhi traveled. We're not moved.
They didn't call it. It wasn't a travel anyway.
Cowboy Bob said, "Dang, y'all bolted quickly through the list. Go New York, go."
Fastest.
Are you going to post these lists, JD, on social media? I imagine. Yeah, probably.
Please
get
do.
them posted up. We'll see who
Please
gets the
do.
most votes. Black Moon Swordsman said nothing. 913 T-Mac said Caitlyn and Angel are the Larry and Magic of the WNBA.
Yeah, basically just without the relationship, and both of them are not as good as either one of them. But basically,
Facts.
To their sports,
no, they're not as good as Magic or Larry.
Hell, no.
relative to their sport.
No,
Relative to their sport,
neither
they're
one
not
of
as good as Magic and Board. No way.
Yeah, Caitlyn and Angel clear. But anyways, Peter Gashevsky said, mind you, these are the first games since January 24th or 2024.
Who?
I can't even remember the context, but thank you, Peter. Appreciate you for sending that through. The Baller Shot Caller 1999 said Mavs versus Warriors high scoring game. Jeremy Conley said Dallas versus Suns season games late in the 2000s, 2010s. Miss it.
You can put Spurs in there too.
Yeah, shout out to Spurs. And last but not least, Cowboy Bob said Penn is helping Swiper show sportsmanship. Go New York, go.
I help swiping.
No,
Damn.
but every time he sends a super chat, my name is in it now somehow because of a take I had about Tom Thibodeau, who's no longer the coach of the New York Knicks, mind you.
All right, y'all. Before we get up out of here, Akil, man, where can everybody find you? Where can they follow you? Where can they check out your good content?
Yeah, I want to start off with saying I appreciate everybody on here and having me on. It's honestly great, really grateful. The Courtside takes 5, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I'm about to send you some hate. I'm about to send you some hate
Oh.
mail for benching me on the second team.
Oh man.
Yeah, he didn't hate you. He cut you, didn't he?
He didn't bench me.
I got you. I cut him.
So hold on. So we're clear. You would have bench Swiper and cut me on your second team. That's basically putting at the very bottom of the totem pole. Damn.
I think I had
Jordan and John D didn't even make it.
Now I'm not even too mad about me cutting you in that draft. That's not bad.
I think you're last place, if I'm being completely honest. I think I'm number 1. I think Swiper at number 2.
Last place.
He has he has Mars, Swiper.
Fourth or fifth.
Rank all the panelists before you go.
Logical consistency does matter. So the very fact that you picked your team,
don't rank.
I'm not
don't
surprised
rank
you have my team in last place.
He already did it.
I already explained.
Please don't rank us.
I already explained why I'm number 1, so we're gonna talk about that again. Honestly, I gotta look at the list again, but Swipe and Mars are that 2 and 3 spot interchangeable. And then I'm sorry, Ox, but 1960s players, 70s. I mean, might have to put you in 5th. But look, you're a cool guy, bro. You're a cool guy.
So I wasn't last.
You put me in 5th because I know ball. That's crazy.
All right, I gotta go. I'll see y'all later, bro.
All right, Swiper. All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. It has been real. It has been fun. It has been amazing as always. But we'll see you at the same time tomorrow in the same place. And on the way out, you'll be sure to pull up with Chill with Chill. You'll be sure to pull up to Playback, and you'll be sure to mark your calendars for July 20th, the start of Press Box. We'll catch y'all soon. Be easy until Chill with Chill in a couple hours.
Man, you're a cool guy. Sounds like getting friend zoned.